There I am. Aha! I'm back. I'm back, bitches. Whew, Lord. Back to back, child. And I got to go to work tonight. But I'm going to tell y'all one thing for certain, two things for sure. I can make some mean turkey and gravy, baby. This turkey gravy and rice hitting. I thought I would be done with it before y'all came on. But because I like my food hot, it took me a little while. Okay? It took me a little while. All right. Well, I ain't gonna hit you. I ain't gonna hold y'all. There's turkey. A little baked turkey wing. A little baked turkey wing. Gravy and rice. Woo. It's giving me all the life right now. I just watched my cat walk out of here with the microphone head. Hold on, y'all. He just walk out of here with my microphone filter. Lord Jesus, hold up, y'all. Little, can I have that, baby? Where your toilet? Give me this. Here. Lord Jesus. My child, my child, my child. That's my offspring right there. Okay, that's my offspring. Why he take my daggone microphone filter? Now I would be sitting here looking, scouring this whole daggone house, looking for that damn filter when I need it, but he done took it. Child, okay. Anywho, my girl L Sid is in the chat. She can't be with us tonight. She out here traveling the world like she do. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a world traveler, and she out here living her best life. So I ain't gonna hold her. So I'm here riding solo dolo. Just me, my chicken rice. I mean, my turkey rice and gravy. Okay, baby. I ain't gonna hold y'all. This chocolate son, somebody's son. Somebody need to come get somebody's son, okay? Because somebody's son got me lit. Baby, I only had one. This my second one. But somebody's son got me a little lit, child. I might be out here like academics in a minute crashing out. Anywho, since I am riding, since I'm riding solo dolo, guess what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do this next video, okay? No, S-O-N. That's what it is. Because it's James' son. So we're gonna go with son, not son. Okay, so we're gonna go with the son and not the sun. All right. A son, as if you were Haitian. Ooh, there go my internet. I know most of the people watching the fight anyway, so it is what it is. But since tonight I am rolling solo dolo, we might as well watch the Marissa interview again. I mean, not again, but the new one. She has a new one out or whatever. So we're gonna watch that interview. And we're gonna break that down. Since I'm sitting here getting the girls together, we're gonna get the girls together because clearly the girls want to all interview and the men don't. But Nick is the one looking for fame and all of this stuff like that. Nick is the one that's running around wanting to be seen, meanwhile, all the girls is doing all the interviews. I don't know. Y'all help me make it make sense, but it's not. Son, are you trying to drink my drink? What's happening? But you are here. Oh, you don't know the fight that's going on tonight? It's Tyson, the Tyson fight. Tyson with the influencer. I don't remember his name. Don't help me. Okay. It was in my head earlier. Now I don't remember it. I got somebody's son on my brain. I got somebody's chocolate son on my brain. There we go. All I know, yeah, Paul Logan. All I know is that Mike Tyson slapped. What did the five fingers say to the face? Unity. Mike Tyson slapped the crap out of him. So I don't know what's going to happen tonight. Y'all in the chat, let me know who y'all got your money on. And don't wait until after the fight. Be talking about, I had my money on this person. You know what I'm saying? I need to know, honestly speaking, who did y'all have y'all money in? Did you lose? Did you win tonight? Did you make some money because you bet it on both sides? Did you break out even? I don't want to know. Did you put a parlay down? I just want to know. Who did y'all have y'all money on? Okay. Did y'all have y'all money on the influencer, Paul Logan? You know what I'm saying? Who said that slap was nothing, but now it's personal? Or did you have it on Mike Tyson, who gave a slap back? Okay, it's a slap back motion. So you slap, you step back, and you get ready because you don't know. You don't know. You know. It's a street ninja thing. Okay, I'm saying you slap them and you step back, you be in position. So y'all let me know who y'all got your money on. Is it Tyson? Is y'all think Tyson gonna take it? Because he said he don't care about legacy. He's told the 13-year-old girl he don't care about legacy, F legacy, because who's thinking about him when he died? Facts on that. But sometimes your legacy can outlive your life. So I don't know. But Tyson's legacy is chewing off an ear right now. So hopefully his legacy won't die tonight with Paul Logan. Okay, that's all I got to say. All right, that's all I got to say. Yeah, let me see. Yep, he slapped him at the weigh-in. I said he slapped the taste out of his mouth. Paul said it didn't do nothing, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Paul held frame. Paul did hold frame. If that was a slap boxing match, and I like to watch those. I don't know if y'all watch those. Them things be hilarious. And slap boxing match be hilarious. If it was a slap boxing match, I don't know. I don't know who would win because, we didn't get to see Paul give him one back. But I don't know. Paul was holding it. Paul was definitely holding it, okay? All right. Oh, okay. Tyson is for the main event and Serrano's for the women. Okay. So is it slap boxing for everybody? Everybody slap boxing? The women slap boxing too? I don't know what's happening. Is it an actual boxing match? Like a full boxing match? It's on Netflix, I think. So I love me a slap match. I ain't gonna hold you. That must be funny. Excuse me. I usually don't like to talk with my mouth full and all this stuff. I'm lying. I'm me all the time, okay? But I love me a slap match, baby. Slap matches be funny, baby. Let's see what you say. If Tyson's bet, if he bit, Lord Jesus, somebody's son got me. Somebody's chocolate son got me. Okay, I need some water. If he bets Tyson, he beat an old man. If Tyson wins, he get beaten by. If Tyson wins, then he gets beaten by an old man. It's a lose situation, baby. I know. But you know what? I have to give him this. He gets to say he got to fight a legend. Not many people be able to say he got to fight a legend. Like not in a real ring. You know what I'm saying? Not for a person who is not I think he is. Like I don't think trained boxer. Maybe he is. Maybe that's some of his background or whatever. But not to be on the level that Mike Tyson is on. For a person that's not on Mike Tyson's actual level, like Holyfield, I can't even say Roy because Roy is under lower weight than Mike, Muhammad Ali, Pacquiao, like some of these people that's actually on that level. That's still something to talk about. That's something to talk about. Oh, El said, don't get us started. We could do that. That could be our Friday night. Okay. Friday night fights. Okay. We can do that. I'm sorry. That's that last bite, baby. Ain't nothing like that last bite. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to eat something because I gotta work tonight and I probably ain't gonna be able to eat it once I get off of here. But I don't want any more ears to get bit. Okay, just don't have that man in the headlock. Don't get close. Don't get close to his mouth. That's all I can Paul Logan, don't get close to his mouth, okay? Because he's known to bite. Okay, he will fight and he will bite. So y'all be careful, okay? If Mike is in a pinch, he gonna bite. He don't give a damn about legacy. That man, I told you, he's about all kind of. He needs to. What Mike need to do is cross over to MMA. Mike need to cross over to, he need to get out of boxing and go to MMA, because MMA is all no holds bars. Okay, you can do whatever your talent is in MMA, you can do it. If you could play the keys like Alicia, all right, and you can use them fingers to knock a Negro out, MMA is your sport. All right, baby. He needs to go over there. They let you do it, everything. All right. You got to resist the bite, baby. You got to resist the bite. You got to, if you get into a little too close to him, you got to keep that head back. You know what I'm saying? Put little guards by your ear. Like, you can about here, you like here. You know what I'm saying? Keep your ears protected at all times. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. Oh, no. He like a lot. He like a lot of broccoli, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge people for, their choices on what they do, their recreational choices. I don't judge them, Not all is for everybody. That's all I can say. It's not all for everybody. As long as you don't come over here with that BS, do you, baby. But anyways, let's get into some other BS though, okay? Because, we love to talk about Love is Blind. And I am, excuse me, this is Friday night open bar conversation. The bar is open, baby. I have stocked up the bar, okay? Literally, I stocked it up so much that I am over here sipping on some of it, all right? So now that the bar is open, y'all can come on in here, order what you want. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. But we're going to start off with a little cocktail reaction to Marissa on this other podcast. Let me get the name of the podcast because y'all know I'll be over here messing some stuff up. So, let me see. The name of this podcast is, and actually I need to, Morgan's Pop Talk. So MPT. This is MPT podcast. And let me go ahead and real quick, let me put this in the description real quick so y'all can have the link to it. Let me edit this real quick. Alrighty, let me add. I don't know on this thing. We want to do some extra stuff that I didn't ask it to do. All right, let me put that in the description box before I forget. So now that is there. And don't tell me what the screen must be, dude. The screen is scheduled, okay? The stream is scheduled, okay? Just update what I asked you to update. Oh, okay, so I don't want to update it yet. All right, so I'll make sure to put it in the description box later. Anywho, I'm gonna paste it here. So in case y'all want to see the whole thing, because of course I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. She has some other stuff. Ciao. We're just coming up with recipes tonight, baby. We're just coming up with recipes tonight. Oh, they ain't got no bite rules over there? Can you sneak a bite in? He only 58? Okay. Tyson ain't doing too bad for himself. God damn it. I don't even like chocolate like this, but this is good. Oh, these people, they might get some great drinks tonight. I don't know. I might be generous. I doubt it. Anywho, let's get into this. Let me add this back up here. Okay. We're going to get back into these Love is Blind people because, of course, we don't get enough of it. And you know what? If anybody knows what's going on with Tyler's case, did Tyler make it to court today? I just want anybody in my audience, if you hear this, just leave down in the comments that if he made it to court, didn't make it to court, you know what I'm saying? He's contempt of court. He got to pay everything. He on his way to, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know. Just let me know. All right. Yeah, we get a little goose, you know what I'm saying? Get you loose. We doing the thing. But just let me know what's the update on Tyler. That's what we all looking forward to. Where is Simone when you need Simone? Okay? Tell Miss Red Wine to get on her job and let us know what the deets is. on the Tyler situation because today is the day. Okay. Today is the 15th, and we should know what is going on with the Tylers. Okay. Did he agree to pay for these kids? Did he take his name off of the kids' certificates and whatnot? Is him and Ashley actually free to live their life as, parents that are not parents? That's all I want to know. All right. In the meanwhile, in between time, let's get into Marissa talking her ish. Um, uh, her experience on the Love Is Blind. And baby girl, she looked good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. These some good looking women. I kind of went through some pages today. These some good looking with Ashley, Alex, Marissa. You know what I'm saying? Hannah. I don't care what y'all want to say. Y'all can feel any type of way about Hannah. Hannah's a beautiful looking girl. Okay, her face card was already there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be caring about body shapes because I'm not effing these girls like that. So you know, it is what it is. But her face card was there. So there's some beautiful women. All right, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Is this the most interviews that any other? You know what, Trey? I feel like it is. I feel like it is. They have been on a lot of different podcasts. The last one with Alex that we just watched, that we just did a few minutes ago. That lady, she clearly likes Alex, and Alex clearly likes her. They're picking and choosing. They're definitely picking and choosing. I know that Ashley has went on, like I said, she went on Raven and her ladies podcast. I don't have the full podcast on that one because it's an actual podcast, so I got to figure out where to stream it from. I'm pretty sure I could probably pull it up on my YouTube or something like that, my YouTube Music, to find it so I can see if there's more to it. But from what I heard from it, it don't really get anywhere. But it did give some insight on some of the ins and outs on the actual process of them being in the pods. So before I get into this, so while they're in the pods, that's how I know that the cameras are not necessarily on them in the pods, that the cameras are literally like behind the glass so they don't see them. So then it does make them feel a lot more comfortable while they're in the pods just to share. She also talks about living situations that, the only time that they see each other is when they report to set and they're in the lounges. And so from the lounges or whatever, depending on how their day is, if they get picked, don't get picked, if they have night dates or don't have night dates, they may be in the lounge for a minute, hang out for a minute with the other girls. But after that, they're going back to the hotel room and pretty much spending the rest of the time solo dolo, isolated to themselves. So I do understand how these relationships develop a lot more quicker and stronger than we feel like, because literally they're isolated from everybody else. So it's like once you get that little bit of human interaction, you know what I'm saying, you feel like some bond is there. It's kind of crazy because it's like prison without being in prison. It's weird. But excuse me real quick. I apologize. So that's interesting to know. But yeah, so a lot of them are doing a lot more podcasts. But if you notice, Trey, too, it's a lot of women. It's a lot of the women are doing a podcast. I see that Jared and Taylor, which should have been like Ashley and Tyler should have been doing a podcast together. Ashley and Taylor are doing the Nick Val podcast. So I seen that up on my thing. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know what's in there, but they have their interview out together. But I do notice that most of the women is doing interviews. I haven't seen so many of the men outside of maybe Ramsey's, which is not really much of an interview. I think it's more like, I can't say it's not much of an interview. He did Nick Val. So he did Nick Val, and there's a couple more interviews that is out, but I don't see too many of the men yet. And that is probably because of how my algorithm is set up. Possibly. Outside of the ones that they did together, I haven't seen. I don't know. Maybe they did. I know that they did interviews as groups, like as groups, but the solo interviews, I don't know. Um, I think she did. I think somebody did mention that she did an interview with Taylor to kind of soften some of the blow of that some of the hate that she was getting. I do not sit here. We may dislike some of Hannah's actions. Come on, let's be honest. We dislike some of her actions, but I do not agree with y'all going and sending this lady hate mail, unalive threats or whatever, and all this stuff like that. That's crazy. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to get yourselves together, okay? Like that. Like seriously, have some grace for people for like at least putting themselves on the line like they do for us to even have these dialogues with each other to understand that certain people show up certain ways that they don't realize they show up to other people. Hannah is surrounded by a whole bunch of enablers that she doesn't realize that she shows up certain ways. So her being able to see herself back may just be the change that she needs. But y'all telling her to go F herself, unalive herself, and all that stuff like that. That's wild. That's crazy. Nobody. So to all of y'all that's out there doing that kind of weird stuff, y'all need to cut that. Y'all need to cut that out. Like, there's nobody you should be a fan of more than God that y'all should feel like that too. And if y'all sitting there telling anybody that's God's child to unalive themselves, that's wild. Or to like send them that much hate to make them want to do that, that's wild. You know what I'm saying? You can have your opinions. We come here to talk about and stuff like that, that's fine. But to go directly to that person that you have no clue of, that you have never met in your life, and just talk about them in such a manner is crazy to me because you don't know them. You don't. So I would never suggest that y'all just go and just bash people without giving them the chance to like actually show you who they are off of an edited show. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Like, behaviors is one thing, but to make an actual person feel like shit because their behavior is not up to par for how you might live is crazy. It's about understanding other people. I'll say that. Like, it's really, we're in a world with a whole bunch of different dynamics, different nuances to people. We should be able to have dialogue to try to understand why people react a certain way that they react. You know what I'm saying? I would rather send love and help to Hannah than hateful things that make her feel like she don't want to be in this world. I don't know why this stuff want to come up. You'll say this. Okay, Trey Max says, I'll say this, Jay. I believe that we are getting all of these women driven interviews because on this particular season, the women have been the most questionable, which is usually not the case. True. I agree. I agree. They have been. And like they say, they like to sit here and talk about Nick, about reaching fame and all this stuff. But what are y'all doing? What are y'all currently doing right now? Because while he is sitting here doing what the other thing, two things that he had, this is a funny thing. Nick is doing the other two things that he had on his manifesto. He had it on his manifesto list. He had sell properties, which he had a specific number at the time, but he had sell properties and get in shape also on that list. Guess what I be seeing Nick doing? Selling properties and getting in shape while y'all making him the star. That's what I see doing. That's what's funny to me. So maybe y'all should, instead of hating on Nick, to try to figure out his manifesting powers that he has, because obviously brother got some good strong manifesting powers. Y'all should be trying to tap into that part of Nick instead of hating on Nick, because he's literally, all those three things that he put on that paper is coming to fruition for Nick. Nick is out here selling properties, working out, and doing interviews while working out. And y'all making him the star of the show. So I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad at my brother. You know what I'm saying? He moved out the mama basement. Mama might not be mad. I mean, happy about it, but he moved out. He moved out. Thank you. Thank you, child. This is one of them days. The hair gonna do what it's gonna do. Okay, it's doing itself. So I probably got to be at the bar tonight, knocking over a bunch of stuff because my hair is in the way. But I ain't about to fight it. I ain't about to fight it, child. I try to wet this thing, put some conditioner in it to do it. This what it gave me. This what it gave me. Okay. Natural hair girls, y'all know the struggle is gonna give you what it's gonna give you. You just try to work what it's gonna give you. Okay. This is the best I could do. Okay. This was the best I can do. And I've been trying to shape it or whatever. I gave myself a little curl back here because it wanted to hang out. So I had not envisioned this in my day. I did not envision it, but this is what it wanted to do. So I said, all right, you just gotta let some stuff be. Or maybe Nick just has integrity. He stands on his word. He probably is like, watch me work and laugh at all the hate. Exactly. The funny thing, and as we watch this video, Marissa's gonna say some funny thing about it, is Nick is doing what Marissa should have been doing in the first place, being his authentic self. I don't see Nick Nick didn't write on here, I want to become famous and just continue in this field. I want to be an entertainer. He didn't write that down there. So for me, I don't feel like Nick came with any hidden agenda. He just said, I want to be famous on Love is Blind. Y'all making him famous on Love is Blind. Without y'all women, all of y'all women. This is the funny thing. Every last one of the women that has done an interview has said something about Nick. If it wasn't for y'all women, we would not care. Would not care about Nick. I keep saying this. We would not care about Nick. I know it might hurt Nick feelings. I actually do love Nick or whatever, stuff like that. Don't know the man like that, but I do have love for him. But it would hurt his feelings to know. We don't care. I'm more invested in the Tyler situation with Bri, Deshaun, and Ashley. I'm more invested in that. I really do not care about Nick. I'm actually more invested in Tim and Alex. I do not care about Nick, but y'all keep bringing them up. Y'all make Nick more of the subject than yourselves. It's really weird. It's really weird. Y'all get on an interview and say, hey, you know what? Let me talk about Nick. And I know it's not always y'all fault because sometimes an interview would love to go to Nick. But, you can easily say, you know what? Nick is a good guy. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. This is about me. You could be a little narcissist. You could be a little narc. You could be a little narc on your interview because it's your interview. These people are asking for you. They're asking to see you. So you could be a little narc on your interview. You could be like, you know what? I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I'd rather not talk about Nick. I did not come here to talk about Nick. I came here to talk about me. This is my moment. Let me have my moment. Don't bring this about Nick. You can really do that. It's okay. It is okay. Not the bar to get you a man, a classy bar or a hole in the wall. Who at the bar to get a man? Who at the bar? I got the same picture of Ashley. I got the same picture of Ashley, child. I got it to go on a thing. I did. I seen that little video too. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I seen it on Gumball. Gumball highlighted. I don't know if you've seen the actual villain, but I seen it on Gumball. Shout out to her. She's trying to get to her 1,000 subscribers. So y'all go over there, subscribe to her channel. I like some of her breakdowns. She actually highlighted some of the stuff, they talk about a little bit of the Ashley and Tyler situation, but it's funny because they all start off like, I'm really good friends with Ashley and, my man and Tyler, they hang out and Tyler's so funny and he's such a great guy. So they're still not holding him accountable. They're not holding him accountable for anything. I don't even know. It gives me the feel that they never even asked him. They never even asked him, hey, like seriously, I hear the situation, but what's really good? I really don't know how I can be like a real friend to somebody and not really ask them the truth about something. When especially when it's not sitting well in my spirit. So to me, it's like, do y'all not have a moral compass on y'all, or y'all don't give a F about Tyler in real life, but y'all like to say he's such a great guy. He's this wonderful person, all this stuff like that, because it sounds great on camera. Because I just don't feel like the person that I'm hanging around, maybe it's my trust issues. It could be me. It definitely could. It definitely, you know what? It's not even, it definitely could. It's me. My trust issues would not allow me to sit around somebody and be like, I'm friends with you, but I hear this situation about these kids. Not tell me more. Please tell me. Please tell me more. My fascination with learning people and studying people and just people watching the way I do, it's just, I want to know more. It's weird. It's really weird to me. Not super tuggable, child. I don't want to mess up my puff, child. It took me forever to get it, like, with this right, especially this front part, because this front part hang the way it wants to. I got pieces that want to be a fro, pieces that want to be straight, pieces that want to curl. Child, it's I don't know how the people did it in the 70s. I don't know how they did it in the 70s. Somehow they made their fro just look perfectly round and shaped and all this stuff like this. It must have been just something in the air back then. But my hair, like, I'm scared to touch this part right here because they actually sitting up a lot higher, but they was just straight hanging like this. And I just wanted to be like, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. That's so nasty. I'm being my authentic self because that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. No, they don't. People have trouble. You know what, Ren and Rob, you ain't never lied on this. People have real trouble keeping it real. They like to say they keep it real, but it's not. It's hard to keep it real. And I'm not gonna hold you. Keeping it real is just not for everybody because everybody can't handle real. You gotta be able to keep it real in a way that's digestible. You got to keep it real in a way that people can understand your realness, but at the same time not be off put and offended by it. That's a very hard space to do. Not everybody is built for that. Some people's real is like Hannah. It's unfiltered, unadulterated real. You know what I'm saying? And it's too real for her own good. And some people spoon feed you the real because they feel like you can't handle it because they in turn can't handle their own truth. Tyler. So, yeah, not one. Not one. It's really weird. It's really weird. It's really weird. All of these truth warriors, all these accountability warriors that's on this show want to talk about all this stuff, but not one of them. They will revert to Nick writing down his manifesto before they ever talk about Tyler neglecting the kids that he actually seeded and fought for. That he was actually responsible for some time before he got on this show. So it's weird. It's weird. Anywho, let's get into this because I'll be here reading y'all comments for real, for real. Let's get into Marissa and these things. Not beautiful people use Afro Sheen. Child, that shit had your pillowcases greasy. That damn Afro Sheen just sits on my hair. That shit don't even soak in. That shit just sit there waiting to be transferred to something else. That's that let your soul grow drip, child, to be all on somebody's couch. Let it be in my hair. My hair is not. My hair is funny acting. Child, my hair is very funny acting.
And just like, what's coming out? What are people going to think? So it's really nice. Yeah. And not to mention, it has to be so crazy because you film it. How long ago did you actually film it? We filmed exactly a year ago. We started filming October 1st. And then actually my breakup occurred November 10th of last year. So it's been over a year. How hard is it to just keep that all?
I don't know about y'all. I don't remember too many of my breakup dates. I ain't gonna hold you. We broke up. I don't remember the date. That face right there lets me know that somebody's still not over November 10th, 2023. But, that's just me.
In the back of your mind. Like, you know that you just went through what will be a very public relationship, but you have to wait a year for anybody to see it. And in the meantime, you're going through the highs and lows of this relationship. So what is it like in that meantime where it hasn't aired yet?
It's a lot. You kind of forget about it for a while. You remember, okay, you did the show, and obviously there was like a healing period after my breakup where it was at the top of my mind. But once that was kind of over, you just got used to your regular life. And there's a little bit of anxiety of, oh my gosh, this is about to come out.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to see it. What are they going to think? But you kind of just are ready for it to come out. I think if anything, you're just excited.
And then you get to the point where it does air. And I have to imagine that it reopens old wounds. So how do you navigate that? Is there a particular moment where, watching the show back, it kind of did have that effect to you? And then how did you get through that?
Oh, it definitely reopened some wounds watching the show again. I mean, I was watching it and laughing along with some of the funny scenes of between Ramses and I, and also dealing with the breakup and what was coming. So I also was trying to protect myself in a sense of reminding myself, I'm okay, I'm safe, I'm done with the relationship, it's fine. So
this is why I sit and say, y'all gotta sit here and not come at these people with all these unalive threats that y'all sending and stuff like that. And let me make myself big while I say this, because they're living this in real time. Then they're playing it back in their head. Then they're going on the reunion to relive it all again. They don't get this experience once when we do. We get this experience once, and if we decide to replay or rewatch the episode, then we get to live it more than once. But these people are actually going through it. Stop sending them crazy ass death threats. That's crazy. Stop that. Stop it. Because at the end of the day, these people are putting their actual lives on the line for our entertainment. Respect that part of it. Respect that part of it, because that's not an easy process to do. That I'm going through a process of change, evolution, and transition, and I'm doing it on a worldwide basis. We do it in our everyday lives, and some of us struggle with that in our everyday lives. These people are actually doing it for our entertainment, for our benefit, for our conversation and dialogue, okay? For us to look at ourselves and say, you know what, this part of me I like, this part of me I need to change, this part of me I need to fix, you know what I'm saying? This part of me could be better. They're putting their life on the line to be martyrs for us. And y'all give them so much hell for showing up the way they show up. Okay, they didn't show up the best. At the end of the day, Hannah is a 26-year-old woman. It's not too many 26-year-old women that show up and act like a 46-year-old woman, act like a 56-year-old woman. So like me, I can't sit here. There's things that Hannah can improve on. She could have showed up better. She could have did a lot better in the relationship, but that was Hannah being Hannah. Hannah, girl, I'm not going to tell you unalive yourself, but please change some ways about you. You might even have to change your circle, because some of these people as enabling bad behaviors. So in order for you to grow, sometimes you got to replant yourself in different soil. So you might have to uproot all that you know right now and move on to the next space, because this space is no longer doing you a service. That's all y'all have to say. Y'all don't have to go into this, you should take yourself out and all this stuff, make a person feel less than or whatever. They already look at themselves and feel less than. Just think about all the times that you thought about all the stuff that you did wrong and felt less than. I don't know. It's easy to point out other people's flaws when you see them, but when you don't point out your own, you don't go as hard on yourself on like that. Think about it. If you go hard on yourself as much as y'all go hard on Hannah, that's a different story. But half of y'all not going as hard as yourself. Y'all doing some of the same damn things Hannah was doing. But y'all don't see yourselves as a problem. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. These people doing, you know, God's work at the end of the day. So us YouTubers could talk about it. I'm sorry, I was trying to be serious the other way through it, but I couldn't.
It's really hard, to be honest, to not kind of get sucked back into it. But
Right.
I just made sure like I have a good support system and honestly therapy.
Yeah, I feel like everyone in this day and age on reality TV specifically, because it's such an unnatural thing. You know, you go through relationships and 99% of the time you don't have a camera in your face, and then you don't have the entire world watch it back and weigh in with their opinions. So you do have to have a resilience and a strength to be able to, you know, ride the storm that is Love is Blind. So I do want to give you props to that. And you are in a happy and new relationship. So how did this come to be?
Yeah, the relationship I am very happy in. I met him actually shortly a year ago. I met him shortly after my breakup with Ramses, and we went on a few dates. And I was very honest with him about where I was at. I told him I just got out of this relationship. It's crazy how fast it was, but I'm really heartbroken. But he was really patient with me. We went on a few dates. You know, hung out here and there. And then at one point, I told him I couldn't do this because I was just still dealing with my feelings for Ramses. So we got together officially in April, and it's been good.
Okay. November 10th. Y'all stay with me. November 10th. December 10th. Okay, hold on. December 10th. January 10th. February 10th. March 10th. April 10th. That only 5 months. Didn't we hear somewhere 6 months later she was still running back to Ramses? That only 5 months. December, January, February, March, April. Congratulations to your new boo. I'm glad he is very secure. May he never see this live. But for the people that is watching this live, didn't we hear her say 6 months later she asked Ramses? Was that not the time? Maybe she was mistaken on the months. It was okay. Maybe it was 6 months, 4 months turned into 6. I don't really know, but I could have swore she said 6 months later she was trying to rekindle an old thing. Okay. Yeah, she met this. Hold up, wait a minute. Let us put some boom in it, okay? Marissa gonna hit us with a boom. Y'all remember? Oh, what's my boy name? Well, I can't think his name because I got Gordon Ramsay in my head. He'd be like, a little onion. No, that wasn't him. That's my other chef. It was damn, why I got Ramsay's name? It's Emerald. He's like, pow. Throw the shit in the pot. Pow. Marissa gonna throw some shit in the pot. Pow. You know what I'm saying? It was a year ago I met this man, but we didn't make it official until April. But I was still asking Ramses 6 months later. Was good. You know what I'm saying? We was only a month in. I wasn't sure about this man because I had told him everything about the breakup when we broke up. I told him I was still not in that space. He waited for me, but I made it official in April, even though I still wasn't totally ready because in May, I said, Ramses, damn. We could have been something good, baby. I missed that old thing. We could have been something good, Ramses. You sure? You don't want to just try to, one more time, just try to get that thing back. Okay, well, before I really make it official with the new boo, I want to make sure you're not officially trying. Okay, you're not trying to officially run it back. Okay, so officially I should just move. Okay, cool. I'm going to move on to the new dude. I prayers to the new dude. He's secure. Hey, secure, baby. Hey, secure. So you know what? This is the man for her. Now, Rhonda, you want the link, baby? I tried to ask you in the last live, but I know I ended the live before I asked. You want the link because you want to come up? Let me know if you want to come up, and I'll send you the link. But baby, you and me is on the same page because She remembers the date of the breakup, though. I don't remember too many dates of the breakup, but she be fuzzy on some other dates and everything else. But we gonna let her have it, okay? We gonna let her have. We gonna let Marissa have it. You know why? Because Marissa's being her authentic self. I'm not gonna bash this woman for being herself because her authentic self is going to give us the truth. I love it. I love it. Be you, baby. Be unaware that the cameras are recording you and you have said this story several different times in many different ways. I love it. One thing is for certain and two things for sure is Marissa is reality TV gold. If anybody on this show has a career in reality TV and possibly in scripted TV, it's Marissa. Because Marissa has ability. She has ability to just be herself. And there's a character that they call in comedy the lovable, like it's layman's term is the lovable dummy. That this character is so lovable, but they're clueless. She is just that perfect character. She's that perfect character because she's going to keep the storyline going. You don't want to see her again running wrong. That's okay, but she actually is reality TV gold. You know why? Because she has that Ashley from Real Housewives of Potomac energy. There's one thing that's holding Marissa back from that full out star is because she's worried about what the audience thinks about her. But honestly, she has that raw ability to just like be the bone collector, keep the story going, keep drama going and stuff like that, and just be cluelessly oblivious to it all, to where it's almost like you can't hate her. You can't hate her. It's crazy. She has a raw ability. She just doesn't know it. She doesn't know it because she's actually so worried. She's so worried. Let me send you this link, Rhonda. Let me send you this link real quick. I'm putting this link in the chat for Rhonda. If you click on this link and I don't know you, don't worry about it. You'll be sitting in the background listening to me talk. Congratulations to you. But yeah. And Trey, you can come up too if you want to. I got about another good hour. So, but there's Marissa. Like seriously, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's something about her that is just innocent. Yes, she's definitely Summer House Martha Vineyard. That's who you want on the show. Cause she's fun, she's bubbly, she's like excitement or whatever, but she's always going to make people like she's gonna draw people out. She's gonna draw people out. Like she tried to draw Nick out, but she's gonna draw people out. And some people are gonna fall for it, and some people are not. She's going to push us. Marissa is reality TV gold. She's butter. This is why she's on this show. Y'all have no clue. Y'all might sit here and look all kind of ways and stuff of why she's actually on the show. This is why she's actually on the show. She just doesn't know it. She don't know it. If anybody, they love highlighting Nick, but Marissa, you need to highlight yourself, baby. That PR people or whoever the hell Hannah Witten got, they need to sit here and actually look at you because you are actually the star. You're actually the breakout star. Surprising enough, Ashley, Tyler, all of them is trying to have their moment under the sun, but you get yours naturally. I don't think they put it on pause. Hopefully it's not canceled. They put it on pause. But I think they're still trying to find more people to engage in it. You ready to come up, Rhonda? Okay, I'll bring you up. Hey, my lady.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you on because you know I'm a big fan of your stuff too, girl.
I'm like, wait a minute. I need to be a part of this conversation. I think I'll have you in 2 places.
You might have me playing in the background. Just mute
There we
either
go.
mute the background. Yeah. Girl, you know
Girl,
this.
I have no clue what I'm doing. So I'm over here, y'all just like technology guide me. I'm old. I'm over here like trying to keep up with y'all.
That's all right. We both in the same space, girl. We're gonna learn together. So what you heard from Marissa so far that you feel like, yeah, I don't know, maybe so.
Marissa threw me off when she said she dated a Trump supporter for 3 years, and I was like, wait a minute. And then she grew up with all the Mormons, so like I don't feel like she knows exactly what she's doing out here. She just, like you said, she just sliding through, being Marissa.
Do you know that Mormons be having some stories? Do you be watching them documentaries with the Mormons?
No, that religion cult stuff is kind of, I'm gonna call the people, I don't want to step on no toes, but I don't, it's not my ministry. I don't be over there with that.
Child, it'd be interesting, child. I'll watch it from time to time. It's weird. I'll be on vacation and be watching these stuff, but
where is she from though? Is she from DC? Because that's not giving DC. Where is the Mormons at? I thought they were like in Utah or over there that way.
They definitely are. She's giving military brats, so I'm not really sure.
See, that's another part of the recipe. The recipe is whoa, the military, the Mormons. Ramses, I'm not sure I understand what's happening with that either. So she's free, child, out here dipping it and doing it.
Not the two delusionals doing their own podcast. Child, if you want a revision of history.
Being in delusion sometimes is a happy place to be in. It's all right. I'll be paying attention here and there.
Y'all so mad at the TV gold, and then y'all gonna call her sterling silver. That's because she don't know she gold yet. I'm trying to tell you, I see the potential. I see why the producers probably love Marissa and stuff, and they probably hope that they could have got more out of her. She's just the perfect mixture of the Lulu and just oblivious to things.
I don't know. Is she really oblivious though? I feel like some people can move through, you know what I mean? Pretending like they don't know what they're doing. I was like, oh, but she had me all the way fooled.
I think she had a lot of us fooled until she took side of Hannah. And then the Trump supporter of her came
I was like, oh.
We be like, oh, we remember why you dated that Trump supporter now.
And I like Nick too. So I was kind of in my feelings like, so what did he actually do besides come over here and be regular? Because y'all the one that said he was suave. I didn't hear him say that.
Right. But he did get on a podcast and say he was Ricky. He was Nikki Suave. Nikki Smooth.
He's Nikki Smooth. I missed that.
Hey, Nick is kind of smooth with it though. He basically told her, who can't like me? I'm me. Like I said, oh, he giving me big Leo energy. I love it. Baby.
The three friends did. Marissa, Katie, and Hannah was over there.
I don't know, baby.
And he live in his mama house. Go ahead, Nick.
Exactly. He's smooth as hell in his mama's house. How you the man when you smooth in your mama house? When you sneaking girls in, but not sneaking girls in.
I mean, I bet they be over there. What's up, Hannah? Still texting. I'm checking DMs.
Is your mama awake? What time your mama going to sleep so I can come through?
I don't know, Nick. We supposed to be on Marissa. Marissa.
This is why Nick got so much fame, see? Oh, Lord. All right, let's get back to Marissa.
It's been really good. Listen, everything that's meant to be happens in its own time. And I am like the biggest testament of that. My listeners know I dated my husband back like 14 years ago. And then we went 7 years without seeing each other. And then we ended up getting married. So whatever is meant to be does find you in your own time. But what was his reaction to you being on the show? I'm sure you had to have that conversation, pretty early on. And what did you tell him all about the experience?
His reaction was he didn't really care.
That's good.
I know. He never watches reality TV. So I had to kind of explain to him the premise of the show. Our plan was for him not to watch it, but he ended up watching it. And I think that was for the best so he can understand like what I was experiencing and going through as I watched it. But his reaction was just, he found it very interesting. I told him everything. I mean, he wasn't shocked by anything. I think, actually, I will say he probably was a little bit shocked about just some of the betrayal of things, right? So I don't know what it's going to look like until everyone else knows what it's going to look like. So I think he was like, oh, I remember you telling me this, but it didn't look quite like this. And I'm like, yes, I know.
So I hate to, reopen.
Okay, so we're gonna touch on the current boyfriend a little bit. Do you think he's not shocked for a reason, or he's shocked because, or he's playing not shocked because he got an alternative motive?
Does he even know he's her boyfriend? Because she'd be over there like, creating situations. I don't know. I just would have to, I don't know the man. I would have to see more. If he's not concerned, well, that's concerning.
I wonder when she says that this, the betrayal, it didn't really play out like how you said. It sounds like she might have gave a story and he looking at it like, yeah, no.
Well, I saw it. What was the betrayal? What was that?
That's what I was trying to figure out. What was the betrayal? Whose betrayal? Because there's some people that's been betrayed, but I don't think it was Marissa.
Listen, Ramses came over there and he was like, this is a lot. I don't believe like the energy don't match. I love that. That's my new favorite thing, by the way. The energy don't match. So I'm going to have to like, let that go. Well, how is that a betrayal? Like, where was he supposed to like cut the thing off?
I don't know. I mean, I get where her stance is that every day leading up until the day he was securing her, that he felt some type of way. But I mean, I don't know where the betrayal is, because Alex pretty much went through that same experience. It was every day up until the day.
Until the day of.
Yeah. I found out.
That's how y'all gonna be mad. I'm sorry. That's how men do things. I'm sorry. That's just how y'all do things. Y'all be having a crossover, trying to set up the other situation, leading you all the way to, you know what? The energy don't match. So I guess, girl, maybe they do it out there different at the army base and things.
Maybe I ain't never been. So
I'll be over there.
Maybe it's more of a betrayal when you don't tell them.
What was the right time? It's been like, what, 2 whole weeks?
But that's the funny thing, because that's when she starts explaining. It's like, it's only been like 6 days. It's only been like this day. So I'm like, so how much betrayal can it be there? Like, I don't know. That's such a strong word for such a short time to me.
Short time.
I don't know. Betrayal is something that's y'all in it deep. Like, y'all have been knowing each other.
Her mama said he broke her. And I mean, that's a lot to be broken in 2 weeks.
I'm breaking something that's already broke, though. Like, nothing against her, nothing like personal or whatever, but like, she's not coming in this thing fully fixed, healed, or anything like this. You're coming in this thing half together. So I'm just chipping away at something that's already chipped. Like, this is probably the first time the mom is actually having to deal with the brokenness of Marissa, but she's been broken already before, because
a compound.
Yeah, because even in this thing, she starts to explain that with the touching of him touching her so much, it was triggering something that happened already. And I don't think the mom realized that her daughter has went through some type of experience.
Yeah.
That is like far more.
She's smiling like everything is fine. So it's she got a good mask.
For sure. But all right, let's go.
Open those things that might be harder for you to talk about, but let's just go ahead and dig in. There are really 2 big conversations between you and Ramses that had a lot of people talking, post pods that started to highlight maybe some cracks. And it was the conversation about intimacy and also your military service. But I want to start about the one with intimacy, because to me, it wasn't only the conversation about whether or not, birth control was the right option for you guys, but also the night that you just didn't want to have sex, to be blunt. What was it like in that moment? Were the alarm bells ringing in your head, or were you trying to give him the benefit of the doubt?
So in that moment, as he brings up our physical intimacy and his concerns, I didn't have like red flags going off. I just was trying to figure out what exactly he was talking about because we were a very physical couple. So I wanted to make sure in that conversation, are we talking about when you like pet me? Are you talking about the frequency of intimacy?
Right.
So it's just, I'm very quiet in that scene, just trying to like really work out what it was. I didn't think it was, I was mad, but I didn't think it was fatal to our relationship. We had just known each other for a week. So we're still learning each other physically. And as much as everyone loves to believe all we had was a physical connection, that was not actually necessarily the case only. We had a very strong emotional connection. So we were still figuring each other out physically at that time.
So what?
Did she say a week? What was a week? That was how long they were over there before that happened?
I'm thinking a week is from the time they've met each other all the way up into this conversation. Because the pods is about 3 days. The pods is about 3 days to 5, from my understanding.
3 to 5 days.
Yeah, it's kind of like depending on how fast you lock in with the person.
Right.
So the pause is about 3 to 5 days. I give them a little bit of extra time for everybody to make this travel to Mexico or whatever. But at this time, from what I gather from Ashley, they're still kind of isolated from everybody else. I
feel like I get how you can be connected to somebody just talking to them like that. Because, you don't let all your guard down. You get very comfortable. But what are they asking in these pods? It feels like they come out the pod and be so confused from, this is the time, however many days it is. If you having really good, deep conversation, when they get out, I feel like y'all be surprised by things that don't even make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And these two had a physical connection, so it should have been easier.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the physical started off hot and heavy, and she's trying to explain to us there's more to it. And it's like, yeah, because before you got physical, y'all made a connection. So we know there's more to it.
Right.
But the physical confused whatever connection y'all didn't have foundated in the first place.
Let me write that one down.
You write that one? I'm gonna be like Flavor Flav out here making a big.
I will use that one for sure.
But things just wasn't nailed down to the concrete, period. Like, so it's just like when y'all introduce the physical into it, and as a person who has lived that life before, it's just like we're gonna get the physical over and out the way. Sometimes it can be a little confusing if it is good. So,
well, I mean, I feel like that'd be the problem most of the time, but it make you stick around much longer than you needed to.
You supposed to, like,
but
a little itch, and it ain't quite yet.
That's why she was calling him back. Like, remember the pod? Remember Mexico?
I can't reach it. Can you hit it for me, please? I just need one more fix, baby. It's a little addiction.
I got my boyfriend over here waiting.
I got a hot dub, please. It's a little affliction, okay?
I don't know. I guess you would have to really like come from that matrimony mindset. That's not a mindset I have. And I think people have it confused a lot of time. I'm a relationship person. I like to be in it. I'm very comfortable in it. I don't need a contract. And if you're in a real relationship, the day-to-day is not, it's good, it's bad. It's good, it's bad. So the fairy tale can't happen in 10 days or a week or however long, they doing this.
It happens, but for very few.
Yeah.
For very, very few. And it's I don't even know how to select the few, because sometimes when you talk to those people that have that type of whirlwind romance that lasts the long haul, like I've talked to people who has been married 50 plus years. Pretty much they're the only person they've been with from the time they've been with somebody to the time of, you know what I'm saying? And even with them, it still doesn't, they don't even know how. It just happened. And this is the person that I decided that I was just going to commit to. And I made that commitment, and every day. And even with talking to those people, when I asked them, it was every day was a learning process. And the best valuable lesson that I got from him is you just take every single day. You don't think about the last day. You don't think about the next day.
The next day.
Every single day as a new day.
You got to still want to do it. You got to still want to work at it.
You got to make that commitment every single day
Yeah.
that this is the person that I'm going to love today. You don't worry about nothing else. And that it takes a very special type people that come together to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like all of us don't have that ability at the same time when we meet people.
But I mean, you looking at somebody with this girl, Marissa, she's 30, I don't know, what, 2, 3? She's
Somewhere
at an age, all of these girls, they be in here like on, I need to make a baby mode.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like based on like what your morals and values are, does that mean I need to get this husband right quick so I can get the baby, and then maybe we want to matrimony each other like somewhere down the line or not? It's really hard to put the two together, because he talking about 5 years down the line he want to have kids.
Right.
I mean, why?
Right.
If you want to be married and do this thing, then what are we waiting until I'm almost 40 for to do that? None of that makes sense. He's
or
not
why you still stuck on a certain time in your life when you're clearly of a certain age that is no longer 25, 20, 21 or whatever and stuff like that, where we got the time.
Because he worked down to the Zara and he might need a few more years to be able to afford all that.
I'm trying to get this fashion week like Garrett. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here doing the fashions and Garrett get picked. This is some bullshit. Oh, poor Ramses. You just can't catch a break.
He don't want it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think, I feel like he dressed Garrett, so you're gonna have to like leave me alone with that one too.
Okay.
They out here like, oh my God, Garrett's hair. Yeah, no. Nope.
Garrett's hair is fine. The pants, no. Not the comfort Kenny slacks don't work for everybody.
Yes, we're terrible.
They don't work for everybody. Only a certain echelons. Okay, it's a certain ego. It's a certain swag that can do those pants. Garrett was not the person. Garrett was not the person.
That wasn't it. Ain't no swag over here. Sorry.
I feel his fashion forward, but it's just like, baby, let's just do the ponytail. Let's just work on one thing.
Garrett was fine the way he was. He didn't need to, turn into a Kim Barbie doll. I feel like she did that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they don't have no problems with that. They were over there trying to make babies together, like, right away. They had a perfect understanding as to, how things were going to work out. I also feel like I can like see their parents like engaging with each other. They made sense to me, Garrett, and
Now look at this face. This is a year removed. Does this face look like a face that's removed from the situation, in your personal opinion?
No, she's not removed. I don't think it's necessarily Ramses, though. Like you said, it's just she out here just twirling. She don't know what it is. She already got a new boyfriend.
That's what I'm saying. Is you got under the new one to get over the last one.
Doing the same thing. The same thing. What time? Like, why aren't you somewhere like trying to pass the bar? Leave all of that out the way. I don't need it right now. She ain't done with her yet. Is she gonna be somewhere else? Where they go next? Love Island?
Yep. That's what I actually fear for Marissa, is that you haven't loved on yourself enough for you to know what a man should be loving on you feels like. Because it's something about loving on yourself so much that you kind of know when a man loves on you for you. You know what I'm saying? And as a person that Marissa is, she needs a person that actually does love her for her. That's why I'm kind of curious on why this new boo is so not concerned, as she put it.
I mean, that's what she said.
That's what she says. So it's like giving me, what's his angle?
We don't know where he's standing. If he like, we just kicking it or whatever it is, the situation is with that.
Yeah.
Or if she's just trying to prove a point.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, listen, for a person who used to be a Marissa, that used to go from like a relationship to a relationship, and before I started getting into relationships with myself afterwards, you don't realize how much of yourself that you're actually losing as you continue to jump from one ship to another, because you just think that you're still all together when you're really not. And for me, I used to think that I'm not carrying some baggage that I actually was carrying from one to the next or whatever.
That's
It's
what I
not.
was gonna ask, because I've never been that person. I need like time, you know what I'm saying, to like figure things out. So, but I know that's the thing. So what makes you like comfortable with? Is it that you're just trying to replace whatever, you know, went on in the last situation? You want to forget about it, or?
As I look back on when I used to do it, I just didn't want to face me. I didn't want to face that I might be a problem. So it was more so in my head proving that I wasn't the problem, because look, this next person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look how I am with this next person or whatever and stuff like that. But then when I got to the space of like, you know what? I got so broken from somebody like she says she was with this, that it was like, I can't look for somebody else to fix me. I have to fix me.
You got to fix you. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I got to figure out what all of me has been lost, because I haven't sat with me in a long time to actually figure out what it is about me that I actually do like. What is about me that I actually might need to change to be better in a relationship, show up better in a relationship.
But that comes with maturity too, I feel like.
It do.
You know?
It do. Some people get it differently. Like you said, you never been that person. So for you, the maturity in that aspect would have come a lot sooner.
Yeah,
and for me, it's like,
well,
Marissa,
I say I had my son early. I was 20 when I had my son. So I had, like, with my situation, I had to grow up fast. But I also, by the time I got 30, I wasn't chasing no, you know, clock. I was like, you know, so I think all of those things come into play, but I still like, so my sister was that person. My sister was the person that was like, when there's not a man in her life, you could tell. Because she was just very much on the low. So she liked to go to the next one, to the next one.
And that's me too. Like, I had my daughter at 20. Same. So that my daughter is what changed me and slowed me down to start saying, you know what, there's things about you that you need to love or whatnot. Because for all this time you've been doing small gestures of love and then trying to prove them real quick to the person that you're with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at me, see me now. But it was just like, you're not really sitting in that part. Do you actually really love that change? Do you love that you made that change? Was that change actually for you, or was it for that person?
For the other person. Yeah.
So it wasn't until like, it was like with my daughter, and then it was like that need for somebody was gone because I had her. It was something to love on that I knew that loved me regardless. So therefore that gave me the more time. So me being in a Marissa shoes, where a person that don't have a kid, don't have that thing, it's like,
going.
Yeah, it's like, I can see you going, but sis, you need to slow down.
Or she just might get that kid, and then she'll be trying to figure out, girl, be careful out there.
But now you got it kind of late. See, we have it early, so it's like, it's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? Now you get it in your 30s, and that's a whole different dynamic to deal with or whatnot. So it's like, before you get that kid with somebody that you not necessarily want to be linked to for life, slow down. Because at the end of the day, though you didn't make it official with this person until April, this person was still there when you went through your initial breakup. So he was there watching you go through all kind of type of stuff. And not saying that he's going to be a villain in the background, but he could potentially be. He could be somebody that's just sitting here prying on you, because at the same time, knowing that you went through this, respectfully, I don't know how he did it, but respectfully, he should have gave you some space.
Did she say she spin the block with him, or he just somebody new that she didn't came across since? This is a new person?
Sounds like somebody new, but she didn't clarify either way. She didn't necessarily clarify either way. Does sound like somebody more new, but she just kept on hold until she
figured out.
Figured out this thing. But my thing is still within the timing. I'm calculating April's only 5 months. You tell us somewhere else that is 6 months that you running back to him. So either there's an overlap there, or you're confused on time, which you're not giving me either. I mean, you're not giving me that you're confused on time. So it sounds like there was an overlap. So you're still in a process of dealing with this while you're getting under another person to get over this person. So
why are you still so attached to that? I don't understand the whole thing with, with this whole Love is Blind situation. Like, I don't understand why she's still so attached to that, to the point where she sat up at that reunion, like crying, like this, just reliving this whole thing again. And
that's what I'm saying. Even this face right now gives me that you're still in that
she's
place.
still in that place. Yeah.
You're still in that place. So that's why I feel like you shouldn't be in a whole new relationship, because you're not actually over that. You just seem like you're trying to erase what happened instead of embrace what happened. Like, embrace that, because that was a learning experience for you.
Yeah, that's how it should be. She need to get with AD and be like on on the island somewhere, or
I'm trying to tell you, she could be hitting this reality TV streets feet running, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if one thing she gonna do, she gonna call some other characters to the flow real quick. Like, hey, hey, remember what you said off camera? The people don't know, but I know. So let us know.
I'm not mad at that. I appreciate all of that. It gave me clarity.
I'm just saying, she gonna bring it to it. So that's why I'm laughing when they say that she not reality TV go. She go because she's the bone collector.
And she got like a thing going on in her life for real. Like, she's for real, like trying to pass the bar.
Mm-hmm.
That's not easy. So it's not a big deal that she didn't pass. I feel like a lot of lawyers don't, like, straight out the gate. That's not a big deal. But she got something going on. She's gorgeous, like, naturally. Mm-hmm. Her mama, they like to bring mamas, bring her mama.
Miss Joyce gonna have a run for the money. Miss Joyce gonna have that run for that money, baby. The people in the streets.
She ain't worried about them.
Miss Joyce and Scrappy Mama, child.
I feel like that might be part of her problem too, though, because her mother is so very bitter by all them children, and I don't know how many different baby daddies she got over there, but they brought it up at the table, like, so maybe she never seen it. Yeah. In a way that's healthy.
I think that's another issue too. That's why I'm saying that you need more time. You need more time with self to just like decompress and program all of that you learned that you thought was healthy.
Yeah.
To realize that maybe, you know what I'm saying, that this person, though they may be a good person, this man, I don't know this man from Adam, so he may be really a good person. He might be the right person for her, but it can also be the wrong time.
Yeah.
Sometimes we meet the right people at the wrong time and stuff, and we don't do nothing but damage them more or damage ourselves.
Basically, what he said was, I did this before. I was moving through things like with all this emotion and not like making any sense. And he got on the phone with somebody, was like, you did this the last time. And, so I can't be mad at him for that. I could be mad at his blouse and his gloves, but I can't be mad at him for being honest to this lady.
James, blouses. Facts, though. Facts. I mean, sometimes it takes that person, and I get her hurt. Because to hear that, like, you know what I'm saying, I think that's what some of our argument was, because it wasn't a real closure, but it was a real closure at the end of the day. When you really look at it, it's like, I've hurt somebody before, and I see I'm going down the same path again, and I just don't want to hurt you in that process, but ultimately I'm going to hurt you. I'm either going to hurt you later, I'm going to hurt you now. So I'd rather just hurt you now and let you be blessed. So at the end of the day, he gets a pass for that part. There's a lot more to Ramsey's that is something else. But as she continues to interview, I understand the energy difference. I understand why he said her energy's dumb.
Yeah. And I was like, I mean, it really is a good explanation. At the end of the day, sometimes that just be what it is.
I'm sorry. Our energies just don't align. I don't know what that means, but okay, let me not laugh at her pain, because she looks really in pain.
Okay. What was it specifically? Like, Because honestly, it confused me. It confused me. What it looks like is, you know, you didn't want to whatever one night and he got mad about it, which is like, if that's the case, hello, that is life. Like if you get 10 years into a relationship and you're married, like y'all married people know that is not happening. So what was it specifically that he was struggling with?
I don't know if he was necessarily struggling with anything. He was just curious of what our future was going to look like intimately. So we had different, how do I say this? I don't know how to really say it. Like we connected physically very well, but we have different styles of things. And so he was curious about that. And he, you know, wanted certain intimacy before and after actual like intercourse, that he wanted it to look a specific way. And I have traumas and stuff in the past, and there's reasons why I do certain things. So he was just curious what that looked like in the future. He was wondering why, you know, when he goes to touch me, the 3 times that it happened, that I was like, hey, you stop petting me. You could touch me, just don't pet me. So he was, you know, curious about that. And I was like, just explain to him, hey, I'm ADHD, I get overstimulated, I have arthritis, blah, blah, blah. So
was he receptive to that?
I think so. Yeah, I think he was receptive.
Because I'm so conflicted. Because I understand her with the petting thing. Like, I understand. Like, there's a difference between rubbing me and then just like constantly like I'm a cat or a dog or something, like you're just touching me for just the sake of touching me. Yeah, I get her. Like, please stop. Please just stop. But ma'am, we cannot gloss over that you have certain traumas that he's not aware of, he's not privy to. And we might have to talk about that. And I understand this is a rapid phase. So that means that we're just going to have to speed up this conversation instead of a normal process or whatnot. And that's what I think that she's not fully dealing with. That's why I say I feel like she needs to spend some time with herself, because you're not even in a space to actually disclaim that you've gone through something.
She said they have different styles. She got ADHD and she was overstimulated. That's a lot
to add on to the traumas.
And he's supposed to figure out like how to navigate that.
That's what I would say. When you, as a person that used to just get over, you don't know yourself enough to explain to the next person who you are and why you're this way. Because you're steady going to one relationship to the next, because what you're doing is, and what you don't really tell yourself is that you're trying to adapt yourself to the next situation. Instead of trying to actually sit and learn yourself for the next situation, to bring this to it and say, hey, this is me. And now this is who I am right now. And I'm working through some things, but right now, this is me. Can you handle this right now?
Well, I mean, and she was even conflicted with, she's in the military, but she don't agree with, you know, the politics of the military. She's over here in this Mormon situation, but she has a real problem with the patriarchy. So ADHD and overstimulated, like her list keeps getting longer.
She trying to balance everything out, baby. She's trying to find the balance, baby. She's trying to find the balance. Child.
And her mama, like, I mean, if my kid went out with Marissa, he would probably come home and be like, her mama was a lot, like, Mom, for real. like, how does that look like at Thanksgiving? Imagine your daughter brings home somebody whose mother is acting like.
You know that scene off of Kid and Play House Party? I think it's House Party 2. When they be at the house with the mama and Bertie Mac and Red Fox. And they be like, oh, I didn't even know your mama. They used to call her Jawbone.
Oh my God. Red Fox and Bertie Mac. Oh my God.
I just imagine when you said all of that, like, we about to be at, now I got to cut you.
I mean, because that's a lot. In real life, that's the whole lot. She's sitting up here smiling and slinging her hair, her and this lady talking, and she just named 17
the mama just coming up to you to tell you about your son?
No. No. What is that going to look like? Now everybody's under arrest.
No, definitely she's alluding to that. Definitely alluding to that or whatever. And I'm not putting it past her, you know what I'm saying?
And that's a
That's
big one. If that's the case, you definitely need some time because you don't want to keep walking into that same individual.
exactly. And especially when it comes from, I don't want to say I said all alleged. What I'm saying is all alleged. Hear me out. But if it happened in the military during her time, that's a very difficult one because a lot of times people in that don't get justice. They don't get the justice that they want or whatever. They don't get the justice that they deserve. They don't get justice, period.
Or
So
even try to.
it gets scary to try to.
Mm-hmm.
They put you in a space that you feel like you can't. So if that's the space she's dealing with, the only justice that you get is being comfortable enough to share that experience with somebody else to let them know, hey, this is the type of thing I'm dealing with. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy for somebody that has been in some situation where a part of you feel like you might have been the cause of the situation, even if you're not. Even if you're just like a victim to a total predator, sometimes the shame in it is, I did something wrong. I did something wrong and stuff like that that led to this situation. That's a hurtful place to be in. And then to feel like that you can never get justice from that.
Well, now that you say it like that, that explains why she chose somebody like Ramses, who is kind of more softer in his communication, which, like you said, they could be, right for each other in some aspects because of that. But maybe
Mm.
he's supposed to be there to just show her that, like somebody who could communicate with her in a way that's not, over aggressive.
But even if it's in your childhood, you might have that one experience in childhood and it may carry over to another part of your life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have it in a child and then you try to be, I think that can be also a reason why she seems to be more of the aggressor at times when it comes to being intimate in the physical realm, that she's more intimate and then go cold at times. Because when that person is being more aggressive, so to speak, not necessarily aggressive, but they're more forward. Let me put it like that. They're more forward in their approach to touching you. It triggers
Mm-hmm.
that old feeling of somebody doing some stuff. So it's easier when you're the aggressor, when you're the one leading that situation, than it is for somebody else to do it. So when Ramsey's now doing it, she pulls away. But see, at the end of the day, you're still not comfortable to allow this man to know that you have decided that he's going to be my partner. I should be able to be comfortable enough to sit there and say, hey, this experience I'm still dealing with. And I realize this is something new to you. This is also something new with me, that I'm realizing that I do this possibly because of this situation. It might not even be the actual situation, but it might be possible that it's coming and it's stemming from this situation why I pull away from you. So I don't know if they actually had these talks. That's the problem. It's like, it's not sounding like you actually had these talks of this trauma, but you seem to bring this trauma up in these interviews. So it's like, did you tell Ramses of a certain trauma? You don't have to share with us because that's still intimate to you. You're still
Right.
processing. But if you sit here and tell us, hey, I did make him aware that I had certain things that happened to me. And
Uh-oh, you
went on.
gone. Well, that's why, they need more time, I think. Because if you're dealing with something that big, that's not a small little thing to get over, like your girl over here with dirty clothes in the living room. That's a big thing. You can't just get over that. You need more time than just, They talk about people not being ready for this process. That would definitely be her.
I can see that too. I can see that. It's like Marissa's a high personality, and then her mother is a different type of high personality. So I can see that, making her anxious in some type of ways or whatnot. But Marissa also understands her mom. The way that she does these interviews and stuff like that, she has no qualm against her mom. So she understands her mom enough to know that this is how her mom is going to show up. It's funny that she's okay. Marissa's really okay with how her mom shows up, but she's not okay with how she shows up. She's always looking for the validation of how she shows up. And it's like, Marissa, just be okay with you. Just like you're okay with your mom, be okay with you. You're high functioning, you're hyper at times, you're quiet at times. That's okay. It is okay. A lot of us is like this or whatever.
She might not have got that from her mom, though.
She might have. It's just more in a pleasant way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not abrasive. Her mom's a little abrasive with it. So, I don't know. Let's see.
I think when the conversation first starts, you see me upset because I'm thinking this is just about
And yeah, that's how it comes across.
Because that's how it starts. Like it does. Like I'm in bed, I see him. I'm like, hey, you look like you're anxious about something. And he's like, I'm just wondering about physical intimacy. And I was like, we've known each other physically for 6 days. Like we need to give it time. Why are you bringing this today? I'm sick. We weren't intimate last night. Is this because we weren't intimate last night? I have all these plethora of medical things I'm dealing with, as well as my menstrual. And so I was like, what is the issue? Like, and I told him, and I still stand by this. Like,
What the fuck was y'all talking about in these goddamn pods? Shit.
That's what I mean. You on the fast track. You don't have this is when you talk about that stuff. This seems like I don't know what this is right here. She was cranky, PMSing, and all of those things.
This is why I be puzzled because y'all was worried about Nick. Nick was actually being hit so much himself that Katie had to say, hey, chill out on some of yourself. Because you giving us too much at one time when y'all was not giving what y'all need to y'all partner in them pods.
Nobody.
You know that you got some ailments that you got to tend to and all this stuff like that. Fair enough. I understand you trying to be chosen, all this stuff like that. But my whole thing is if you saying that you showing up for your authentic self should say, you know what, I got some ailments. I'm hyper sometimes I'm not.
And give me a chance to decide if I can deal with that, because some people have dealt with that kind of thing and they like, that's cool because my sister, my cousin, whatever, I know what that's like. You wait until we get over here. And he's probably confused because you snapping.
Yeah. Then you wondering why he making last minute decisions because he trying to figure out who you is today.
And when it's her situation, she wants to be at, it's only been 6 days. Now it's only been 6 days. But you want to make a decision for the rest of our life. We've already talked about this. And her mama said she was finna go up there and make him do it. I think that's what she alluded to.
I told you what I'll do. I told you what I'll do, son. I don't know if it set her back, high vibes. I hear what you're saying. I don't know if it set her back. I'm trying to highlight it because my damn cursor went away. I don't know if it set her back, but it's not making her look in a good light right now because Marissa needs to spend more time. As much of a personality Marissa needs to spend more time understanding her personality. That's the thing. Marissa doesn't know Marissa enough to be okay with Marissa. Because as this interview, like I said, as this interview continues, she's going to get to the part where she says that she didn't realize being her authentic self was good. That's like, actually, no, you are good. You should be your authentic self in a reality TV series. That's what it's about. You just got to understand that. Huh?
It's always better.
It's always better. You just got to understand, no matter what, reality TV, not everybody just not going to like you. People are going to find reasons not to like you, even if you're the most likable. Look at Nick. Y'all finding reasons not to like Nick, no matter what. So people are just not going to like you. You cannot please everybody. So that's not the goal in it. Your goal is to just be you. Marissa, you're a personality that needs to just be you. You don't know how to be anything else but you. So just own that. Own that, because if you own that, you could sit here and you'll know that this person that you now have in your life, what their intentions are for you. If their intentions are really good for you, or if they're just trying to benefit because now you're off a show.
Yeah. And whatever else you got coming down the pipe, because something probably will.
Right. And that's my biggest concern is like, is this man really here because he actually do like you? Or he realized he might be tapped into something in the future. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know this man. He could be just a good man.
Mm-hmm.
Could just be a good man and actually just really love her for that thing or whatever and stuff. And but it's like you're still hung up on Ramses, which is really crazy.
And she didn't just, get an epiphany and be like, you know what, this is the guy. This is the right one that I'm supposed to, everything is clear now. Where did she meet this man? Down to the bar?
And the funniest thing is like, it took me a while to get over a person I knew was not right for me. I knew this person wasn't right for me in the middle of the relationship, but it still took me some time.
On. Because like Ramses, it's not easy to let go. You just, for whatever reason it is.
For whatever reason. And me and this person was more like a Tim and Alex, had not spoken since, but it took me a while to just be like, Jay, that person was nowhere near right for you.
Maybe right for when they came in. You know what I'm saying? I look at
when they came in. They was perfect for when they came in.
That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't contract myself to anything. I was in like with my kids' father, I was in it for 17 years. It was fine, but when it was time to go, it was time to go. And it was probably time to go long before we finally, ended the situation. But I mean, I guess it was right for then, for whatever you was going through in your life.
It was right for that moment, but it wasn't right for the long haul. It wasn't right
forever
for what was intended for me overall. And I'm not going to say that person wasn't right. The timing wasn't right of that person, because if that person changed and I changed for the right thing and we was to meet each other later on, maybe, but that's neither here nor there. But it's just like this hang up that she really does have on this man. Like, you're really still on this man. You're in a whole new relationship. What is this? April, May, June, July, August, September. We're a whole nother almost 6 months in.
And he should, at 6 months, have made an impact where Ramses ain't even, yeah, I did that. It was fun.
I relived it, but I have no regrets. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good, because guess what? It helped me meet you. But I don't get
what is he saying, like, behind closed doors? Because he's sitting over there like slumped over, sad. Like, what is he telling this girl behind closed doors that makes her still be, drawn in?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I like Marissa enough to just be like, sis, I think you just need a little bit more time to self. I wouldn't hold too much. I know you want to have this like vengeance relationship and just show like, hey, look, I moved on from you, because that's what is more so given.
Mm-hmm.
But I would prefer you just have the vengeance thing, is that I'm happier alone without you.
That would definitely be better. It would make more sense.
I'm thriving alone without you.
Especially like just us regular folks get to move on in private. Y'all have been polarized into this thing where it's the year ago, we still talking about it. So I can see where she's still doing interviews with people about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't be done with it because you're still in it. You're still in the whole process.
And I don't know. Maybe I wonder how secure I am. Like, I wonder how secure I am to listen to my new bae talk about their old bae as if they still in it. I don't know if I'm not secure yet.
I'm not.
I don't know if I'm not secure yet.
You better like talk to your homeboys or something. I don't want to hear about it.
That's a whole level of security that you have to be in as this new bae to hear you and then you just affirm me, hey, this is just I got to do this because it's required of me to do interviews. Like, no, ma'am, no, it's not.
Like you wouldn't be somewhere. I mean, you talking about the man version of it, who I don't know. I feel like the emotions be a little more escalated, contrary to what people would like to say. And him watching this, I don't know whose ego. You can't be, little bees and things out here watching your girl talk about this man over here wearing lace gloves and a blouse. It's all a little strange. I want to see what he looked like.
We only got to see him in a damn costume, so I don't know. Maybe he's more secure than we are, because clearly
I'm not even gonna pretend.
We're not secure. We're not secure. We're not secure at all. All right. We're going to get to a little bit more of this. So we're going to hang it up or whatever. I was trying to get to the Nick part. Marissa, our friendship with Hannah. Actually, let's just jump to this part, child, because this is actually more interesting. Because we already know about her and Ramses. We know they still love each other secretly. Though she says they have not spoken since. They have not spoken since the reunion. They have cut all ties since the reunion. Okay, that's what she says. I don't know. I'm going to be like Trump. I don't know what she actually means.
I mean, I would hope she hasn't.
I hope she hasn't either. You know what I'm saying? But she should have cut it off a long time before then. But that's neither here nor there.
During Hannah and Nick's segment, can you explain why you felt like you needed to step in there and tell a different side to that story?
Yeah. Look, I could have definitely minded my business at the reunion. But people have to remember that throughout this process, Hannah and I confided in each other a lot. And I went through this entire process with her during the pods in DC and after the experience. So I didn't go out there trying to attack Nick or anything like that. I wanted everyone to be honest and take accountability for their actions. And that is it. So Hannah treated Nick horribly.
I'll just be like, do y'all hear yourself when y'all be talking and saying these things? Because
she's in charge of accountability?
No, we not caught up on the Tyler T, baby. Let us know. Let us know.
Oh, there's more?
Well, he supposed to go to court today, so we trying to see. We trying to see what the deal is. But when you sit here and say, I just about accountability. I just want people to be honest on this stage. I'm not just coming for Nick, but you don't highlight Tyler, Ashley, because you gonna talk about being authentic and all this stuff.
They must be scared of Ashley because they won't touch that subject at all. Why y'all want to say? Come on.
Girl, Ashley must be whooping ass and taking names out here.
Ashley said her and what's this boy? Her and Tim was over there having fun in the pods.
Big fun. I ain't want to know who his number one was because he was my number two, but
he must have been Drake over there with Ashley. We did not know this. We thought he was just sad and melancholy.
He was having a good time over there. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, and then the funny part is, I know she's going to get down later, and I know I might not get to it because it's 8 o'clock already, and I kind of got to get up out of here. But she going to get down to saying that who she called out, but she only says that she calls out Steven as well. But again, there's a few people to call out on this stage. Ain't nobody clean on this stage.
Everybody but Nick. I'm sorry.
But Nick, but Garrett, you call out, but Nick and Taylor. Taylor is number one that you don't really have nothing to call out because we ain't really seen too much on her. You can call out Garrett for, hey, that was kind of weird on that text message. I don't really know. Kind of skep.
I feel like old girl hit him up and he was like, oh shoot. And he didn't know what to do. And so he hit the like button and then
Yeah, but it's still a little slide.
When he get one.
He can get a slide, but it's still a little slide. You could call him out, though. You could call him out, but you didn't call him out. Everybody else on that stage Literally, it would be Taylor, Garrett, Nick. Then everybody else on that stage can be called out for something. You don't call out Ashley or Tyler for staging the whole thing, because I see Alex sit here talk about nothing we didn't relive nothing. Marissa basically say we didn't relive nothing. Don't look like Hannah or Nick relived anything. But y'all want to talk about being authentic. But Tyler and Ashley really, really restage a whole conversation for y'all. So that's nothing authentic about that. Monica still talks to a Negro that she thought would never emotionally cheat on her, though he told her he would.
I feel like Monica is still over there fooling around with light-skinned Stephen. Them two are freaky.
She just don't want nobody to know. She don't want nobody to know.
Come on.
Okay. But you say you called out Stephen. She did say she called out Stephen. She said she called out Hannah. They didn't air it, which I can see them doing because they trying to,
They're best
stuff
friends.
the narrative. I can see them doing that or whatever stuff. So I'm not gonna hold her on that one. But you don't call out Tim. You don't call out Alex. You don't call out Monica. You don't call out who else is on this stage with you. You don't really call out Ramses, the person actually involved with you. You don't call him out or whatever. But you go to Nick.
Ramsey said he just came to get that check. What do your boy LaShawn say, Marshawn?
You want me to pull that up? You want me to do it? You want me to do
So I
it?
won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Facts.
That's Ramsey. You don't call out nobody else. You don't bring nobody else to the couch, but you bring out Nick. When people is literally lying and being deceptive in your face, bold-faced lying.
I'm sorry, if some dude tells me that he has 3 sperm donor babies and I can't pause on that, I'm not gonna be able to move forward. I need to investigate this.
But everybody best friends and fishing with this man. I just don't.
Brandon, what's his name? Garrett, we got your back. He out there. I was like, okay, why though?
Garrett said, I just need a fishing buddy. I need somebody to hold my bait. I don't give a damn what you do. If you can catch babies, you can catch fish. Hello.
I'm like, this dude slid on the worst lie of all times. I can't even think of one word. That's the worst lie of all times. You mean you got 3 kids and her brilliant question was, do they know what you look like? That's the first thing you thought to ask the man.
And you both face lied that. You both you sat there and said, I don't know. And then looked at the camera.
And he didn't look like he was telling the truth. And she was like, that was terrible. That's not how we rehearsed it.
Cut. Cut.
Do that again.
How much camera we got? How much B-roll we got?
Just look at the floor. Just don't look up. Just look at the floor.
Don't look at the camera. I don't know. Like what? So yeah, okay, Marissa, you want to be moral police, but you picking and choosing. That's my thing. This is my whole thing with this is you picking and choosing who you gonna be with. And at the end of the day, guess what? You're not even friends with Hannah. And you still want to tell us how much of a good guy Nick is. So why is you trying to make him a bad guy?
Why is the best friendship? That's weird to me too. We are not best friends. Stop it. Hannah is a piece of work. I don't know what she was doing over there in the ladies' lounge. Poor Nick.
Hannah must have been the life of the mother freaking party when she got into that ladies' lounge, baby. She was pouring all the drinks.
She had all the friends.
She was making pancakes and serving grapes like Prince over there. You know what I'm saying?
And chewing the caps off the top.
Showing Tim how to open bottles, okay? Just hit it with the teeth like this, Nick. If you just do it like this, Nick, you got it. Okay, you won't lose no teeth in the process.
I ain't mad at Hannah. Let's put her on another show too. Where she need to go? Because she's entertaining.
Hannah definitely is entertaining. She go, Nick, now Nick. Hannah gonna get to write you a list and then be mad when you write her one back. Hannah got to be back on somebody's show. She got to be back on the Villains. Hey, that Villains TV series, Hannah got to be over there, baby.
I haven't watched it, but I would watch if she was over there.
I would watch it if Hannah's on there. I would definitely watch it. I started to watch it because New York was on there, but Safari was on there too, so I just couldn't because I was like, this is not going to be real enough for me. See, New York can make it. Yeah. New York can make it real enough. Safari. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna piss ourselves off dealing with some.
I'm glad it was brought up at the reunion. It needed to be addressed. I also wanted Nick to own up to like him not being honest about certain things, because he was making it seem like he was not saying a lot of things off camera and doing things, and that doesn't justify anything that happened.
Right, two things can be true at the same time.
They're two separate things, and it's easy to make one person evil and the other an angel, but that's not real life. That's TV. And at the end of the day, I just wanted people to be honest, and there was a lot of silence on camera, and I'm just not that person. So unfortunately, I'm not strategic enough. I'm not PR enough. If you're gonna not be honest, I'm going to say be honest, and that's what happened. I don't know how that turned into.
Again, you could play this honest card, but you didn't say none of this stuff to Tyler.
I mean, was she even there when he was saying these things off camera?
No.
He didn't say it to her.
That's the funny part. He did not say it to her. It was third-party information, but she acts like this is first-hand information that she got.
She's heated. She's a little ticked off because he's not taking accountability. And I feel like he did, though.
But it's like, what accountability you want him to take? Because whatever accountability that he takes is not good enough for you. The accountability that y'all want is to justify why Hannah was being the way she was. But y'all love to see her.
She is.
That's what I'm saying. But they love to gaslight us to say like, oh, but that's not what I'm asking him to do. Not to take any account off of Hannah or whatever. But what are you doing? Because
we don't want him to say, because he was being nice. So him being nice to this lady who was not being nice to him is what?
The fact that, and I don't know if this interviewer knows that the fact that Hannah did another podcast and said that she didn't even hear about it until after the breakup. When Marissa sits and say that I don't know for sure, I might have told her in Mexico. It might have been me who told her. I'm not really sure who told her, but everybody knew. And I think I was the one that told her.
Everybody knew how. So all y'all girls was talking behind this lady's back. Because everybody knew. All y'all talked about it. And nobody say nothing to her.
Not until the breakup. Because that's the puzzling thing is, this was supposedly said in Mexico, yet it's not until the breakup that it gets addressed to Hannah.
And Nick said that book was sitting there the whole time. So she could have looked at it. She ain't look at it?
But it wasn't until her friend. She said her friend is the one who told her to go look at it. So I actually don't believe that. I do actually believe
her friend is the one that told her to break up with Nick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I also believe that Hannah was not invested enough to go check out to see what he got to say. I really do feel like, this is my personal opinion and it might not be true, but I really do feel like Hannah is a type that will leave you a note, but not care to see if you leave her one either. Because Hannah is actually okay with who she is.
She's Hannah, direct.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just direct. I'm just a direct B. It is what it is. And I'm not changing for nobody. She's still in that mode. I am not changing for nobody. This is why you and Marissa are not friends no more, because Marissa was sitting here and talk about it was very important for her to go to therapy or whatever. And you guys got to give her grace because therapy doesn't work that fast, but you're not friends with her anymore. So why do we have to give her grace when you're not friends with her anymore?
Have she been to therapy? Or are we just talking about Hannah's therapy? Because I don't feel like Hannah need nobody to help her out. She is good. She is direct. That's just how she is.
Hannah knows that I am me and I'm not willing to change nothing about me right now for anybody because I'm okay.
She was definitely disappointed when that window went up and that boy came from the other side.
Yeah. She was like, I'm okay with being the bee that I am, and I'm going to continue to be that because right now on TikTok, Hannah is still being Hannah. Hannah gives 0 F's about you while y'all all running around trying to explain away yourselves. Hannah said, I am being true to myself, and true to myself did not like Nick from day 1 to day 0.
No. She wouldn't have liked Leo either. She was going to be disappointed either way.
Highly disappointed. Only thing that made her like Leo is like, okay, I probably could potentially get some money off of you. Maybe. I doubt it. But there's a chance. There was a chance.
Some girl had her shook. It was a wrap after that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, y'all want to tell us to give Hannah grace and all this stuff, but you're not giving her the same grace. You're not friends with her. She's going through the therapy. And of course, therapy, like you say, therapy don't work like that. It takes a person to go in there and be raw, honest for it to get a quick turnaround and then actually be wanting to make that change. We don't know if Hannah wants to make all the changes that we want her to make necessarily right away. So it's a process.
Did she even realize until she watched the show? Was this like, she didn't even know she was like this before.
No, especially when you got a bunch of people that's enabling this bad behavior around you. Every last one of her friends is okay with how Hannah is right now. Because at the end of the day, it makes them feel good about something about themselves.
Their self. It has to.
So they're okay with how Hannah is. And that makes Hannah okay with how she is. So she can get in that therapy and she can do as much therapy as she wants. But at the end of the day, it's F the therapy because I'm okay. I'm just spending money to tell you I'm okay.
I don't know. When she said her mother was locking up the snacks and all of that kind of stuff, I feel like her mother is a piece of work. She created that situation.
There's a lot to unpack with Hannah. And so, yes, I don't expect Hannah to be a turnaround right away. But as a friend, you're no longer friends with her. You defended this woman so hard.
And tell that story. So why don't we get to know that? What happened with Hannah?
Well, okay, I'll let her finish because she goes into a little bit of it. But as open she is about Nick's situation and how open she wants Nick to come out and be clean about things, she gives Hannah the coverage. And it's funny because earlier in this whole interview, she talks about how she's in a space where she's no longer covering Ramsey. She's all about her and telling her story. But you're still doing the same thing with Hannah. You're still covering her or whatever and not actually telling your story because you're part of the story with Hannah on why it is that y'all no longer friends. But you're choosing not to tell that story in it, but you want us to believe that Hannah didn't do something to you this in regards of how she did Nick or anything like that. Hannah didn't do anything wrong. It's just y'all just not friends no more.
Okay.
That's how she kind of puts it.
Y'all were best friends though.
Y'all was best friends and you was 10 toes down with Hannah on that stage. But now y'all just not.
To me bullying the man, but yellow.
And I feel like you could tell, a lot of the other castmates, I could tell they had the same feeling as you, but you were the only one that was being brave enough to say it until somebody was called out by name, whether it was Steven or anybody else who had heard the same things. Once they were like, hey, Steven, he was like, well, yeah, but you were the only one that actually was just brave enough to say it.
And it wasn't, and unfortunately you guys don't get to see it, but I call out Steven for some stuff about making a joke about the fact that he cheated on Monica. He was making jokes about it. I call him out. It's not specific to Nick. It's very much like my morals and values is I show up as myself, and not everyone's going to love that, but I show up as myself, and people love that authenticity until I'm not agreeable, until I'm aggressive with it, which that's some racism right there. We won't even
right.
So but yeah, so it's unfortunate. It's not really about what was said. It's about just being honest. That's it. Say you had feelings about it and call it a day.
So then the next.
And I don't like that either.
So she said what I thought she said.
She said what you thought she said.
What is that? That's not. It don't apply, girl. I don't think that's.
That did not apply in that moment. So don't try to play the race card, ma'am. Don't.
I haven't even heard nobody call her that. So who said that?
If it was said, it was warranted. Stop doing that. It wasn't a warranted because you were being aggressive with Nick. You were aggressive in that situation and in the manners that you handled it. Let's
more
be
aggressive than she even was with Ramses. Was the one that broke her.
So let's not play the race card in this moment right here to try to be like, oh, it's a race thing. No, it's not, ma'am. You were aggressive in a friendship, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay to own. Like, that's my friend. Some of us value friendships like that. Some of us is like, I will ride for my friend like that. So yes, I will be aggressive for my friend. That's okay to say that.
No, we're not gonna put it on racism. Girl.
Don't do that. Because as a Black woman standing here right now, a full-fledged Black woman, I'm not mixed though. I'm light-skinned. I'm not mixed. Don't get it wrong. That was not racism, ma'am. That was you. You were being aggressive in somebody else's situation.
Had nothing to do with you.
Had nothing to do with being Black. It was just
even nothing to do with being Black.
You was just a friend defending your friend, ma'am. That's all. And if it's about a moral thing, like you say it is, then you should never view it as racism. That's your moral. That was your moral aggression. Your moral compass was being aggressive.
And that don't make sense. Fix your moral compass.
It picks and chooses. It picks and chooses what time it wants to be aggressive.
Own.
It ain't right. It ain't hitting everybody the same.
I can name some other things that don't seem all that moral that you was doing over there with that boy and probably this boy. Just saying.
But that's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is, ma'am, don't do that. Don't play it on. Don't play
I
on.
was like, did she say racism? Okay. You're doing a lot. And look at who you're talking to. I needed to stop, please. This ain't the place for that.
Maybe if you was talking to one of us.
I'm over here.
We'd be like, I hear you, girl.
Put the curly hair back in and come over here.
We hear you, girl. You right. You right. Stand for ours. Black power. This lady has no idea what you talking about, ma'am. She's like, what?
It's like, what happened?
Did she say race?
Racism.
Don't worry about it. Just
don't do that.
Oh, Marissa. Curveball is that we hear that you and Hannah aren't on the best of terms. I mean, are you still not on the best of terms with Hannah right now?
This is what I'll say about Hannah. With any friendship, they have their ups and downs. That's if you're in a friendship that's never had a down, that's awesome for you. And not all my friendships have. But with Hannah, she didn't treat me the way that she treated Nick. Okay, so it was very shocking to see how she was on the show and how like the language she was using towards him. It wasn't pretty. But I do try to accept people for like who they are and where they're at. And for Hannah, that's what I do. It's not my responsibility to change her. I'm not her therapist. I'm not, her
mom,
her teacher or mom. Yes. Okay. I'm only there to root for her to continue to be a better, more conscious person at the end of the day. And that's what I did. So our friendship is a work in progress. And I mean, that's it. And people want to make it black and white. Again, it's more nuanced. I don't just drop friends because they have a horrible, edit or moment in life.
Was there something specific that happened between the two of you?
I, again, am about accountability and being honest. And I felt that Hannah should have taken more accountability for her actions at the reunion. And I felt that she didn't do it in the way that I would have wanted to see someone that I love and care about do and behave. Mm-hmm. And so people say me not holding Hannah accountable. I didn't like the way that the apologies went. That was it. There was other stuff that's like private to our friendship for the past year. But again, it's just a work in progress. It wasn't one specific thing. And it wasn't just the reunion. It was prior to the reunion as well.
Well, I think
it sounds like the energy don't match. She ain't saying what it is. She's,
just the energy don't match. It sounds like it. That sounds true to it. The energy just don't match. You know what I'm saying? So no longer are we friends because Yeah.
She said it was before the reunion. Girl, Marissa, what's her name? Marissa. Girl.
I don't know, baby. She's struggling.
You know, when people be using a lot of words and don't say nothing, it's never mind, girl. Don't worry about it.
I just want to hold that near and dear because it's nothing that that she actually did. It's not just one thing that she did. It's several things, but it's nothing that I can actually pinpoint other than that she didn't really hold herself accountable at the reunion the way I wanted her to do, though I allow my friends to be, who they are.
We're going to need another piece of paper. Her list is getting too long.
Though I allow my friends to be who they are, I feel like they should actually be accountable the way I feel like they should be accountable.
Wow. I'm not her mother.
Or her father or her therapist or anything like that. But I should tell her what she needs to do when she needs to do it. Because, I know best on how my friends should operate, though I have no clue on my life at all. None.
Hannah says she got other friends. She don't really need that. I feel like Hannah broke up with her.
That's what I'm getting. Hannah said, you're not enabling enough, baby.
I have friends that don't do this.
You try to hold people accountable. That's not that's not what me and my friends do. We don't.
You just got to deal with the directness,
right? Accounts is not what we do over here. Okay, accounting is not our thing. Okay, taxes maybe, but counting, that's separate.
We definitely gonna do them taxes.
We're gonna tax some people, but we ain't gonna hold an account. We ain't gonna hold one account.
Get our stocks and shit together.
Marissa, we was all rooting for you.
I hate when I get played because I be thinking I got it all figured out, and she played me. I knew Ashley was going down in flames when she said she was I'm gonna be married forever. Congratulations on your life.
Happy for you, ma'am.
I mean,
happy for you. Not all of us could be married forever. We're not all built the same. But congratulations to you. Sometimes you got to hold up at least one of God's rules.
Well, I mean, it depends on your morality monitor. Sometimes that's not always, something you can work out.
You pick and choose. You can pick and choose like Marissa. You can pick and choose which morals you want to hold.
That's what I'll be doing.
Everybody
I'm a sinner, and I'm probably gonna sin again.
Everybody can't be Kendrick Lamar and the Big Steppers and let you know all the morals that I'm just not upholding right now. Sometimes you gotta pick and choose. So I pick and choose the battles.
That's crazy talk. I can't imagine sitting somewhere saying how I need my friends to take accountability the way that I would do it. She said that with a straight face. Does she have any friends outside of I'm guessing Katie
outside of her siblings?
Yeah. We didn't meet any. We didn't talk about any. We know Alex has friends because they met this man.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because she's always like she's in a relationship. So I'm guessing her man is probably, how some people click in on a relationship and there's no real friendship going on.
Mm-hmm. And then they want to be friends with you after their relationship done. Yeah. Yeah.
Because at a certain age, your friend group get very small. There's like only 2 or 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like real friends that have been around for a long time. So I didn't hear her say nothing about that.
Nah. We're working on those. Because, it's hard when you expect your friends to be accountable the way you want them to be accountable. So it's hard to make friends like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I never put stipulations on how my friends be accountable. Because like outside of relationship, I give my friends so much grace. Like if me and my friends was in a relationship, we'd be great together because it's so much grace given to them. But
they respect your boundaries and your ability to handle your own morality. Now they might be like, girl, okay, girl.
Okay, girl. Okay.
But do what you gotta do.
if that's a ledge you want to jump off today, I might be at the bottom to catch you.
I won't be on the ledge, but call me.
Right. Like if you make it to the bottom around
When you make it to the bottom,
2 p.m., that works for me. Anything after 2 p.m.,
get somebody else to dirt.
But friend, I see you.
You might do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it this time, but don't find me out here no more on this same ledge because I'm not coming back.
I'm not coming back. I just can't. I can't do it. I got my own ledge. I was hoping you would talk me off my ledge. You know, I was hoping to be a Tim out here. And
at this point, I'm on the ground floor. I don't have time for no ledges. There will be no more jumping happening over here.
You better take a step. That's all you got. you got to step forward. That's
it. That's all I got.
I don't know. I mean, these people, they jumping off the ledges for their friends. They jumping off they friends. Okay, let me air quote that one. Okay, because I don't know French. You know, this is something different for me. This microwave culture is something different for me. I don't make friends the same way like this either. I don't make instant friends. Like me and my friend really have those war stories. It's like, girl, who is you? We look at each other. That's how me and my friends, we really
communicate without talking. Yeah. I don't think they do either. You know, I got my son, my oldest is 36 and my youngest is 18. So it's a whole different world between the two. And I don't like when I look at her, they really don't make friends like that.
Right. It's just this instant. I don't know your name, friend, but you my friend.
But you're my friend. Right. And I'll ask her sometimes, I'll be like, well, what happened to the girl? Because, you know, all the friends are online. You don't talk to them anymore? No, we just outgrew each other. Huh.
I didn't even notice you grown, but okay.
That's sad to me, though. Honestly, I wish they had that. But and even the ones like that, I mean, they don't be outside. So, you know.
I don't know. Roblox, Call of Duty friends. I really don't know. It's different. It's different set of friends. So it's a navigation that I'm not privy to. I need to get some younger people around me to help me through this, because even the younger people that I have with me, they kind of have old souls. So they're like at that border where the new millennium is at, but they're still there.
They got both.
Yeah, they still with that group, but they resonate with my group a little bit better than their own group. So it's just like, yeah, because we all like the friendships. Literally, if we was to describe how we became friends, it was really all started like that. Like, who is this B? Who are you? Like, and then it's just like, oh, you're cool. Okay. Yeah. You're cool. And like 20 years later,
check each other out. See if the energy match.
Yeah. Your energy. Oh, I like your energy.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Energy rocks. Okay. It's still rocking. Okay, cool. And then there's a few that our energies don't match no more.
But there's also like, I feel like I said, once you get a little bit older, the group gets smaller. And then, you know what I mean? You're not out here looking for new friends.
You're really not. You're really not. And it's few that come in there and stuff like that. And the way they come in is just so mysterious too. It's just like, it's just different. So I just don't know, like this instant friendship. I'm trying to put myself in a space to be with these girls in these pods, and I can get it to a degree, but at the same time, I'm looking at every last one of you as competition.
Yeah.
Like every last one of you is still in here dating my man. So,
and if we being real about it, like, let's not act like Nick was the only one trying to be famous. That's why we came over here to be, you know, doing this thing that we're doing. So yeah, you're my competition. Even after this is over with, like, who we gonna be talking about? Because there's like 17 people that was on the show that we don't know
nothing about. So it's just like, you know, y'all still competing on who's gonna have the biggest story afterwards right now and stuff. And to be honest with y'all can't compete with Tyler.
Didn't see that one coming.
McBride was gonna come out the woodwork to help that story out.
Oh my God. Test tube babies, sperm donor babies. And if Ashley doesn't stop going around doing interviews calling those children sperm donor babies.
Who knew? Who knew, child? I don't know, but still, okay.
It's never going to be the people that actually, find their way down the aisle. I was like, why are we bringing back AD? She got left at the altar. What happened to the people that actually got married?
We don't know about them. We don't care. Like, outside of season 1, which I don't remember the name, don't forgive me, because I see they're a beautiful couple and they still thriving together and stuff like that. And then Tiff and Brett, that's his name. See what I'm saying?
I just came last season, so I don't know any of those people.
That's what I'm saying, Tiff and Brett or whatever. I mean, I hear Chelsea and Kwame still together. That's Seattle, and that's the same season with Tiff and Brett and whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's just like very few of the people that make it we care about until they break up or some stuff like that, or something else happens when Nick and Vanessa act crazy. That's why we still remember season 1.
Don't you think it would be so much more fun if Jessica Simpson was there instead of Vanessa? I like Vanessa; she's really pretty and everything. But that Jessica Simpson would be.
I miss Jessica Simpson's show. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh my God, that would be so fun. Bring back Britney Spears. Can she get a show?
Britney, bitch. When you said that,
Ooh, I feel like Hannah was trying. She was trying to get her best Britney, but she had the big clunky shoes on. And then this lady came with her new, situation.
It's Britney.
That's another honest one. She was like, "Hello, I came to be a trophy wife."
Hello. Here, you see these. You see these girls. Fresh off the rack, baby. Fresh off the rack. I ain't even let
I was like, dang. Sorry, trying to focus here, Brittany.
Can somebody massage these things? Because they don't hurt right now.
Are they supposed to be that hard?
You gotta massage them. She wanted to sit up there on the camera just like excuse me right now. I gotta rub these every 24.
I'm not comfortable. You should go do something with them because they was there.
They was definitely there, but that's what I'm saying. Like, unfortunately, 7 seasons in, I don't know why we want authentic people. Yes, we want authentic people. I do believe that Alex and Tim was authentic. I do believe Marissa and Ramses was authentic. I do think parts of Monica and Steven was authentic. Ashley and Tyler, they took a turn for the worse. They started off authentic, but it just went elsewhere.
It just went so bad. There's so much.
Sir, I see you in the background. I don't know who you is and why you clicked the link, but I appreciate you for finding it. But you gonna sit back there, especially because you off camera with a German Shepherd on there, so I can't trust you.
I'm gonna say, listen, I want to start doing lives. I have not learned really how to. I'm very comfortable in my little recording situation.
We the opposite. I want to get some of the recording, and I'm just so on the live situation.
It takes so long. Honestly, it does. It takes long.
It take a minute.
And I'll be like, shoot, it's Thursday.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do a recording earlier with the Alex situation. I was just like, you know what? Go live. Let's go. Let's get this out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm gonna record and I'm gonna be here for hours on just record or whatnot and stuff. But yeah, there's so many people. Please let me up. Who is John Park? I didn't even see you back here. I don't know. Maybe you clicked off. That's my dog. His name is Bear. Oh, he's a good boy. I appreciate it. I love me a good German Shepherd. Okay, but I'm sorry, baby. I don't know who you are. You're not even coming on camera, so I can't even bring you up. I don't trust it. Okay. Nothing personal, but we about to get off of here any daggone way. So I appreciate you for coming up. If you do have some feedback to Love is Blind or anything that we talked about today, you can definitely leave it in the comments and you can come back. John Park, the fact that you got a pig mask.
Oh my God.
You got a pig mask as your AV. Sweetie, no. Okay, I watched too much American Horror Story for this crap. I don't have time. No offense to you, Mr. John Park, but I don't
Not a
have
pig
time.
mask.
I wish you could see it.
I'm too immature for. It's probably best that I can't.
But I appreciate y'all coming on, okay? But y'all go ahead and leave me a comment, okay? If you agree, disagree, maybe the next time I put out the stream live, you could come up or whatnot. But I'm gonna tell y'all now, if I don't get to see you before or whatever, and you're just gonna put an AV up, I'm not gonna let you up because there's too many weirdos out there. Nothing personal to y'all. Okay, you said you'll be back, sugar. Oh, you so sweet. Not to see you, honey. Y'all so sweet. I love that. Okay, it's not a mask. No, it's not a mask. I'm not saying it's a mask. I don't know what it. Baby, is it a whole pig face on a man's body? Don't tell me it's not a mask. I told you I watched too many horror stories. Don't do that. Don't say it's your face. That is not your face. That is a whole pig snout. I know a pig snout. Okay. My grandma was raised on the farm. Don't try to play with me. I am from the country, baby. I know you might not know, but I am from the country. I know what a pig look like. That is not your face, my love. Okay. Now, I know people like to relate themselves to certain animals and stuff, but that is not your actual face. You would have to come on camera.
Now I'm gonna have to think about that one for a minute.
Right. Like you gotta come on camera for me to believe that's your actual face, and I'll take it back. But I'm not gonna take it back right now. That is not your face, my love. You hate flurries or something. What is a flurry? What's a flurry? You gotta, I don't know what a flurry phobic is. I don't know what that means. What's a flurry? You got to explain that to me. I don't know what a flurry is. I know you talking backstage to me and everybody else in the audience don't know, but I don't know.
I'm like, is that the people that walk around?
A half man and a half pig. Did you actually like literally do this like surgery to yourself? Like you would have to really prove it to me though. You have to show me on camera that you did this. So if you can't do it. Not you're not gonna do anything. Okay.
Is he shooting his shot?
Which God is you speaking of? I'm sorry, now they clouded backstage. I'm sorry. I'm so petty and ignorant. Jesus is king. I am amen to that. But yes, amen to that. But I don't know, babes. I have to see actual camera. Okay, John Park, you're telling me you're a flurry, which is something new. Thank you for teaching me that because I didn't know what that was. Okay. I thought there was another name for a half animal. Not furry, flurry. Am I saying it wrong?
Oh, he meant a furry. Those people that walk around with like, a big old fox head.
It's like Def Punk, where he rocks around with that AV type thing. Not y'all. Okay, well, if you can't face doc yourself, you can't be on this channel. Nothing personal. And it's not even that you have to face doc. I would have to see you. I would just literally have to see you. But you are educated me. Appreciate you. I don't have nothing because I'm learning something. I don't know all the names. I have yet, as much as I like, and don't get me wrong, if I'm I don't want to offend you right now, but as much as I like going to cosplay and all this stuff like that, and like seeing people dressed as cosplay, I don't know all terms, if that's cosplay terms or anything like that. I don't know if there's real life terms. So you're educating me right now, and I appreciate it. And I'm not trying to be funny because I really just don't know. Okay, I don't have no thoughts on that, baby. Because I'm neither Jewish or United States government. So. I don't know. But, I do educate me because I don't know. As far as I don't know. Is that cosplay? I'm sorry. I'm curious before I get out of here because I do have to get out of here. I got to go to work. But is that like a cosplay thing that you walk around literally like this? Or because okay, so story time, that's not a story time. I used to be like back in college, I used to be a part of this little community that thought we were all vampires, and we used to kind of cosplay a whole vampire type setting. They disappeared on me. But we used to vampire cosplay, a whole cosplay like setting and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of curious if that's what y'all into, and y'all just do like a real cosplay type
So you
thing.
were like a Comic-Con type individual.
Yeah, like you could pick like what type of vampire you want to be and stuff or whatever. But it was like some weird ass thing. Like we just running around talking about, boom, I got you. You like, and now you got to sit in the corner for something.
Oh my!
It was real light fantasy. You got to see people running around talking about tweet, just doing stuff. Okay, don't ask me. We was off in the middle of nowhere, just being okay. Luckily, there was no drugs involved, especially on my part. I don't know about everybody else, but on my part, there was none involved. So.
Now you made it weird.
As I think back on it, it was real weird, but it was fun at the time.
You were sober and you did that. Cool.
Sober doing it. The bad part, because I don't trust people, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I watch so many scary movies. So part of me is like,
I'll play, but
I'm in the middle of the Midwest, in the middle of nowhere, with no keys to my own vehicle right now. So
that's creepy.
I'll float around with y'all a little bit, but need to watch. Because if somebody starts talking about for real, I'm like, oh.
That sounds like Florida kids. Were you in Florida?
Exactly. I know I was in the Midwest, child. I'm like in Kansas. I'm one of the only Black people out here too, so I gotta really watch. Like,
see,
yeah, I'm like, though I'm light skinned, I'm not quite that skin, so I still might go first. I gotta make sure,
Nope, I ain't going.
It's interesting to know that the not my people is mad at the Jews too. Oh, so he say white people mad at the Jews too. Okay, John Park. All right, well, that's interesting to know.
That sounds a subject that needs to be researched.
Yeah, I saw it's kind of like John Park. Put your channel in the chat so we can go there and watch you talk about. Watch you talk about how y'all mad.
You can wear the pig face if you want to.
Right. Because I'm confused. Because as far as let the Jews tell it, they a religion, but it's a nationality too, so it's kind of confusing. So I don't know which part of it is you confused with.
Which one you talking about?
Hey Trey, you must know me. You know how I really do got a little affliction with some vampires too. That's my sad dark secret. That's my guilty pleasure.
It made sense until she said she went in the woods with the clear people in Kansas by herself.
Sober than a
mother. Sober.
Well, some of them was my friend. I trusted them. I didn't know they was gonna have us playing these crazy games. I'm trying to remember how I got there in the first place. Members live for another members live. Anyway, we about to get out of here. Please do me a favor. Follow Just Rhonda 01 on her channel, okay? Because she be breaking down these shows, child. She got me over here. I got to get on my Real Housewives of Potomac because she is killing it over there, telling it.
They're entertaining this time. I'm glad I got something to watch because I was kind of getting ready to quit them.
If anything, two people gonna bring it, Mia and Miss Grandon. Okay. They gonna bring it. Now we don't know how Giselle gonna do without her Robin, but
I don't know. But Jazzy's bringing a little something, girl. Bring her.
Jazzy mixing it up. Jazzy got a lot off screen going on for us to figure out. So
I'm about to go see. I'm about to go see. I might have to come back with some receipts.
Yeah, I've been hearing Jazzy might be the side chick that I don't know. So I don't know. So I don't know.
Seems like Jazzy. It's okay. Like,
It
the
would
crossover
explain
be crossing over.
it would explain how her and the other Mia's other side chick is beefing then.
I mean, really, though, I feel like Mia's other side chick might, I feel like she on the retirement squad. I don't know that she's on the like current roster. She's a little older.
Yeah, she been an old side chick and she just don't want to hang it up right now. She don't.
She's like, no, we want to keep Gordon. We don't want a little ink.
No, she just want to push Gordon and Ink out by her, be her by herself. Like,
Call me, I'm the queen over here.
Call me. Just, I don't even want to be the side. I want to be your main. You remember when? Did you watch when Hugh Hefner used to have the girls on, and it got down to just Hailey and Kendra, and the other one, the third one.
It was down to the three.
Yeah, it was just down to the three, and how Hailey was just like, F them two. It just needs to be me.
Wasn't she the first one to jump ship too? Like after it was all over.
And he's like, oh, you going back to your old wife? Kendra like, baby, I done made a baby somewhere else, child. I ain't worried about none of this. Kendra said he ain't never settling down with us, so let me go on about my business. And the other one was just happy to be there. She was just like, hey.
That's the best way to be. No worries. Just out in the woods.
Running around being vampires. Just enjoying life sober.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, that's what it's giving. So I don't know. But please follow just Rhonda. Please, please, please. I know y'all seeing my thumbnail. It is LC up there on my thumbnail. Okay, because LC was supposed to be here tonight with us too, but Just Rhonda has did the pleasure of stepping in. So please go follow Just Rhonda 01.
Hey, I had fun.
Commentary. Trust me, y'all will not regret it over there, child. If y'all watch Ready to Love, we linked over Chaz.
Oh, Chaz.
We was actually linked before Chaz, but baby, Chaz really brought us together.
Don't be all on the list.
And it was definitely Chaz that highlighted her to let her know. Like
I'm not mad at Chaz. Shout out to Chaz.
Shout out to Chaz, buddy. I hope he is doing good in his new relationship or then new relationship. I haven't done no updates. So I don't know.
I do not know.
I don't know where that man is at this point. He's probably just traveling the world, enjoying life. But shout out to that man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming over and spending time with us or whatever. Do you have anything before you get up out of here you want to tell them?
That's it, y'all. I guess I suppose I'm gonna get into this Love and Marriage Huntsville and Bell Collective. So that's my next road. I'll go see what they're doing over there. Huntsville, everybody's making that face. But once you get this committed, like, do I jump off or do I hold on like Marissa? Don't leave me.
Just keep holding on, baby. Just keep holding on. It's gonna pay off. It's good. It's a long-term investment. Okay, you gotta be in it.
I don't understand.
I only make that face because I just kind of fell off myself. But if you still on it, stay on it. Stay on that horse or whatever and stuff. I need to get back into my Bell Collective and whatnot. But me, I be hit and miss with TV shows. So I need to just sit down, stop moving. I see I'm the other Marissa. I'm the constantly moving Marissa. Okay. So I got to sit down and stay put.
Don't slow down till you have to. I'm a grandmother. I get to slow down now.
You were barely a grandma. You 2 weeks in time. But for sure, we gonna get on it, y'all. Okay, so don't be surprised if you see us both back up on this place again or whatever. You see us on her channel again because we gonna be out here. Okay.
Yay.
love her. I love her. I'm glad she finally came on and stuff. So thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea.
Anytime.
I just really knew that. I was like, me and her gonna have so much laughs together if we ever link up and stuff.
This is my first time. I'm over here like, what do I click? Because I don't know.
I'm just here.
I'm just here. Being my authentic self, taking all the accountability.
And that's all we ask. I appreciate everybody that came on. I appreciate my two that tried to come on behind, but I know y'all was not about to sit here and talk about what we talking about, okay? Clearly. I appreciate y'all, but when we decide we're going to have those topics, if ever, probably never, but if ever, feel free to come back. I do appreciate the engagement. I'm not mad at y'all at all. Okay. And everybody else that's been in the chat, appreciate y'all for coming in, out, staying here throughout. Leave a comment if you're watching this on the replay, and do me a favor, just follow all our Instagrams and our channels and stuff. Again, Just Rhonda 01 is her name on YouTube. So please go over there, like, share, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe. It helps both of our algorithms that if you subscribe to our channel and if you engage with us, it definitely helps us. So if you like our content, just please talk to us. Okay. We talk back. We actually talk back.
We do. And hit the like button. While you're here,
You might not like what we got to say, but we talk back. It's okay.